under the rug, all my pride I shove.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck. Everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody tonight? Hello, welcome, 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 everybody. Hello, Fancy Nancy. Fried green tomatoes. Audrey D. Cricket Arrow. Always late. Brown Bear Jamboree. Tammy. Audrey. Amy Lower. Michelle Tucker, Georgina, Cindy C. Hello, hello. Hello, Kathy Rivera and Taffy. And let's see who else we got here. Sherry and Angela and Kathy Rivera and Sugar Mama. Fancy Clancy. We got Fancy Nancy and Fancy Clancy. Hello, Sock Monkey. I love y'all. I'm 69-year-old lady. I'm like Sherry, full of life. Love you, Jinkies. Hey, Regina Smith. Hello, Audrey D, Sweet D, Diana, True Crime Pals. Hello, Jenny. Frankie, Karen A723. Lynn Big Time, Tammy. Welcome, 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 welcome. So, yeah. So I think you guys seen by the title of this that man oh man, has Hawkins County, in my opinion, kind of kind of, you know, let this one go by. Hey, exploited innocence. Hello, always late. Hello, 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 everybody coming in. Miss Sherry, I love you. You're my sissy auntie. Love you, Sherry. Hey, Gigi and Grossy. Hey, welcome everybody coming in. I don't know what time Christine will be on today or not, but I got a lot to go over today. So, hey, Matthew. Hey, Jay Stewart. So, as you guys know, that Candace, she had a friend named Kathy that she stayed with while, Dawn was in jail. And she spoke out a little bit. And I do want to go over some of the stuff that she did say. And the one thing that got me the most, and I've talked about this like last night with you guys, is that about the woman, the crazy woman from Ohio. So I want y'all to hear what she has to say. I'm going to wait and let some more people get in here. I don't know if everybody's in here yet. Hey, fried green tomatoes and Lady 7-Up. Kathy Greggs. So let me go ahead and pull that up anyway and get it ready for you guys. Hey, Cool Gamer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know where Jinkies is. I probably should have woke her up. She's probably asleep somewhere. So I thought she might come up here, but she might not. So let me pull up my thing here. And I want to play this. Hang on. I want to bring this up. And I want y'all to hear some of the things she has to say. I'm not going to play all of it because this is her content. And but I do want y'all to hear some of the stuff that she has to say about Candace, who she adores. And Candace lived with her. Hey, Tina Balbina. Thank you, always late. So let me go ahead and try to bring this up. Let me call Jinkies right quick and see if she's going to come in. She might. I don't know. We'll see if we can get her to come in here. Hang on just a second. And I'll bring this up. And here we go. All right. Let me see if I can call Jinkies right quick and see if she'll come in here with me. I heard you talking about it last night with Jinkies. Hey, Sugar Mama. I know. And she has a lot of good stuff to say about Candace. And I think that y'all need to hear this because she says basically the same thing we have said. So let's see if Jinkies will come. I feel bad for Jinkies, really going through a lot. I know she probably won't answer the phone. Jinkies won't. Hey, I'm on a live. You want to come on here with me? Well, come on, wake up. She said she might, so she might come in here. I don't know. But meanwhile, I want y'all to hear some of what she has to say about Candace. And like I said, she's Candace's friend. And I come across this and I asked Candace about the crazy woman. And she said, yeah. And evidently Hawkins County just took this lady to jail, or not to jail, but down the road and didn't do anything. So let's hear what she has to say a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna play some of it. And this is her friend Kathy. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because it is kind of.
Okay, we're gonna try this again today. If anybody's here and you can hear me, please let me know. Yes, whatever.
Okay. Let's get into this, okay?
Us with all the crazy narratives and
let's go here.
There have been a few creators that I want to say thank you very much for being fair and not jumping the gun and getting on the bus with all the crazy narratives and just trying to find out what happened to Summer. Why I decided to do this is several reasons. I hope to clear up a lot of misinformation. I hope to give a better, real picture of the Candace that I know, the Candace that has become part of my family.
Let me put the link.
She's like my little sister.
For y'all.
And you should know that part of her, not the part that everybody thinks, assumes, and has run wild with. I also want to say that I respect and appreciate the private investigators. They have worked extremely hard and continue to do so. I have nothing but love for them and respect, and I hope they understand why I feel I have to do this. And I also respect, love, and appreciate Robin.
Wow.
Robin has got a lot of craziness on her as well. And you don't know these people. You don't know them. You know what you've heard, and you know what rumors you've seen, the speculation you've seen, and yes, even some of the craziness that the Wells have done online. And no one approves of that, but they're grown. They make their own decisions and choices. But anyway, moving on. No, I do not go to Robin's church. I do not. I'll get into all that later. There's just a whole lot of stuff that I want to get out of the way. I've got thousands of pictures and videos that I have to load and that I want to show. But I won't be doing any of that today. I don't know how people can sit, excuse me, and do lives for hours and hours on end. But I do have a whole new respect for people that do this because I'm not whatever, if you feel you need to do it and it makes you feel better, then do it.
Talking about haters there.
Okay. I have a lot of pictures and videos to back up just about everything that I say. And that all that will come in due time. The most important thing is keeping Summer's name out there.
I agree.
And finding her. Yeah. And finding out what happened to her. Excuse me.
Exploited innocence.
And I know that a lot of people are probably going to end up using this video or trying to analyze this video and judging and whatnot. But you know what? As long as Summer's name is out there, so be it. That's the most important thing. Is Summer. I do want to.
Candace, you want me to put the link out here for you? Hang on. I'll put the link out here. Hang on. There it is. Right there. I think Candace is in here with us right now. I want to get to the part where she says Candace is really good to her child. Okay.
In an hour or two or three or four. Especially when I learned how to show the pictures and explain what's what. But I do want to explain the thumbnail and that picture. That was the day. That was the day that.
Hang on. Let me let Candace up here, guys. Hey, you okay?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I was going to play the part where Kathy said about that lady, that crazy lady that busted in your house that time. What did the police take her to jail, or did they just let her go?
Which crazy lady? Because there's a couple of them.
Oh, the one from Ohio, the one that traveled from Ohio, that came down here and busted in your door and said that she knew where Summer was at.
Yeah, she's a crazy old bat lady.
Yeah, she is. You doing all right, Candace?
I'm doing all right.
Are you? That's good. Yeah, I was just gonna play this where she says also where her daughter adores you and she just loves you to death and
So
stuff.
Kathy's not live.
No, she's not live. She's not live right now. No, this is the video I sent you that she did yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just gonna play the people on that part and just a little part of little bits of it, not a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
um
I'm gonna sit here and listen to y'all.
okay, that's fine. You can listen to it. I'm gonna try to find the part where she talks about her daughter. I don't want to play all of it because it's long and it's her content, but I do want to play some of it here. Just tell me when
We
you want.
finally got Candace
If you need me to pause, Candace, just tell me to. Okay.
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 to a rehab.
Hang on. Let's go over that one. I want to put that there. I don't want that one out. Fine. Let's go with this one. Where you come back home and let's go back down this way. Okay. Let's see what she says here.
I gave her a hug. I told her, I said, if you need me, call me. And she cried and I cried. She walked to the back and I was so proud of her. I was so proud of her. She was making a huge step for the better for her life. And I was just super proud of her. So about 24 hours later, just a little over 24 hours later,
That little dog.
I get a phone call from her and she told me to come and get her. And I asked her why. And she said, I'll explain it to you when you get here.
Let me fast
okay, I'll be there.
a little bit, okay? I don't know if you want that on there.
Walking around,
okay.
Doing inappropriate things.
Sure?
It's okay. Let her talk.
Okay. Let me back up then. I'll back up a little bit.
That I'll start with. I'm trying not to go all over the place because there's so much I want to say. I'm not going to be able to say everything in an hour or two or three or four. Especially when I learned how to show the pictures and explain what's what. But I do want to explain the thumbnail and that picture. That was the day. That was the day that we finally got Candace to a rehab. And this is when she was living with me when Don was in jail. Yes, she lived here when the whole time he was in jail. She was never out of state. She never went to Arkansas or wherever those other states are that it was claimed that she was, and she was running and she was hiding. She was here the whole time, except for she does have another friend she went and stayed with for a few days or so here and there, but she was here the whole time. She never left. She never ran. She never was hiding. My sheriff is a really good man. He's very well aware of the situation. He knows she was here. So moving forward, that was the day that we finally got her into a rehab. She, about 2 weeks before that, she had said that she was ready to go to rehab, and not having any insurance or anything like that. We had to find basically like a state funded rehab facility. And that is very difficult. I had to call around. There was a few of us trying to find her a bed, as they say. And I had to call every morning at 8 o'clock to see if any beds were available. And finally, one morning, I called. Yes, they had a bed available, and we had to be there.
Do what, Candace?
She's telling the truth.
Okay.
Within an hour. Well, I'm about 45 minutes from this location where she went. And I told them that, and I told them who we had spoken to just a few days before, and that they would give us an hour and a half. So they gave us an hour and a half to get there, or they were going to give her bed to someone else. So she was very scared. The reality, I think, hit her at that moment, and it did me as well. I was scared for her, but I was very proud of her. I was very proud of her for taking that step and wanting to make a change for the better. And she grabbed all her stuff as quick as she could, made some phone calls, and we got in the car and headed over there. She was on the phone calling a few more people that she couldn't reach as we was getting ready and on our way there. We got over there, and we were there until probably about 3 o'clock that afternoon. It took about 6 hours to do the whole signing in, all the paperwork and all of that stuff. And it was a very long day, Finally, long day. Comes time. And that's where we walked outside and took several pictures. And
Yes, she did.
just passed the time, played our games, talked.
Very
and finally they called her back. I gave her a hug. I told her, I said, if you need me, call me. And she cried and I cried. She walked to the back, and I was so proud of her. I was so proud of her. She was making a huge step for the better for her life. And I was just super proud of her. So about 24 hours later, just a little over 24 hours later, I get a phone call from her, and she told me to come and get her. And I asked her why, and she said, I'll explain it to you when you get here. I said, okay, I'll be there in a little over an hour. Well, the truth is, if you look at statistics, or you've ever had any family member or anyone that you love, an addict, or go into rehab, usually the first time it doesn't work out. You just have to keep going. So I go and pick her up, and she gets in the car, and she was so messed up on all kind of medicine. She couldn't even say a whole complete sentence without dozing it out. They had her so messed up, which I guess that's common to avoid.
Probably,
Crazy.
Yeah.
She's not lying. They had me all kinds of messed up on medication that I didn't want to be on, and she's not lying.
Yeah, the reason why they did that for Candace is because when you have withdrawals from alcohol, it can kill you. It actually, literally, you can die from it.
Well, right, but Miss Kathy's not lying.
Okay. Yeah, but we're so proud of you, Candace. I'm gonna continue playing, okay?
Yeah, she's telling the truth.
She starts crying in here a couple times.
With alcohol withdrawals, and to help them sleep and help with anxiety and all that other stuff. They had her on so much medication, and I asked her what was going on, and she said that for several reasons, they were keeping her doped up. She didn't feel that she could even be alert enough to know what was happening, that people were walking around doing inappropriate things and saying inappropriate things. She was hungry. So I was disappointed and discouraged, but we had to keep going forward. So we get home back to my house, and she had said she was hungry. So I asked her if she wanted me to cook her something to eat, which I cooked almost every day. I cooked, supper, and I cooked breakfast almost every day. So I fixed us some breakfast, and
that's so sweet of her.
She ate really well, and she passed out on the couch, and she slept for almost 18 hours. She slept for almost 18 hours. It was sad seeing that, because I knew, I could tell by the way she was talking, by the way she was acting. She was just out of it. She was out of it. So after she slept for a while and she came to, we talked, and she said she was disappointed in herself. And she said, but they kept her so out of it. She didn't know what was going on, but it scared the hell out of her. It scared her so bad that she said, I can't do that again. And I'm not going to drink again. And I said, this is just the beginning. This is a step in the right direction. And, at least you went, at least you tried. We just have to try again. And she said, no, you don't understand. I'm not going to drink because I cannot go through that again. I cannot deal with that again. I didn't believe her, because an alcoholic, you just can't quit. But I want y'all to know, from that point on until she left my house, right before she left my house when Dawn got out, she didn't drink. She didn't drink anymore. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was so proud of her. Her skin looked good. Her eyes was bright. I told her every day I was so proud of her, and she looked better. I think she was feeling better, emotionally, spiritually, every way. I think she was feeling better. And I was just so proud that she had the strength to do that. The rehab incident really, truly scared the hell out of her. And I kept telling her, you've got the strength to do whatever you want to do. If you can just put it down like that, then you can do whatever. So anyway, so many things has happened. And if you're here because you think I'm going to say she's guilty, or I think she's guilty, no, you're not going to get that from me. Sorry, because she didn't do anything to hurt Summer. I know her very well, and we may not be speaking right now, but she did not hurt Summer. That is not going that's not going to change. My opinion is not going to change. I've seen her cry. Her and I went people say she didn't go looking. She didn't pass out flyers. Her and I did. Not her and I in the world. Her and I, we went looking. I've got videos of where her and I went out looking. I videoed it. I videoed us coming across a white truck. I took pictures of us putting out flyers. So yes, she did. Please stop believing everything you see and that you hear all these people say, because it's not true. It's not true. She didn't do anything to Summer. And my opinion, the things that I'm going to say here is my experiences, the things that I've heard, the things that I've seen myself. I don't want to say, well, I guess now I'm not going to speak much on Dawn. But what I truly feel it was some kind of crime of opportunity. They used Summer's love and kindness and curiosity against her. And I think someone took her. That is what I think. That is what I think. Again, do I feel like they were the best parents? Nope. But I'm not either. So I'm not going to say she should have done this or she should have done that. She did the best that she could. And I have learned that through spending so much time with her. I learned that Candace did what Candace could do and what she was given. What she was given is what she had to do with. And she, I don't know I think most of you know that she's younger by a good bit than Dawn. So Candace has pretty much always had somebody taking care of her. So anyway, I'm going to, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer some questions real quick. I did not want to make this very long because, for one, I have been so nervous. I've gone this whole time and not hardly said a word. But so many times it's gotten out of control that I thought it was time for several reasons, not just to say the few things that I have to say, but I've got a lot to say and a lot to show. And the people that have helped them, which there's not been many. If you all think that there's been a lot of people that like when she was here, there was a few people that would send her $25 or so here and there, but I mean we had to buy her groceries. She was barely getting her her cigarettes, and when she started out drinking, she was barely able to get her alcohol. But anyway, the child support was not paid by someone, and I'm not going to get into that today because that is one thing that I have an issue with, but I'm not going to get into that today. This safe thing, I'm not really sure what's going on with the safe. I've heard some things going on with the safe. I guess I try not to get on here very much because it's always negative. Nobody wants to actually be
about that.
Fair and listen to reason. Everybody wants to, I don't know, it's like a lot of people want the drama. They feel the negative is more exciting than what the truth would be. So I guess I need to find out what's supposedly going on with this safe deal. But she was right here when the safe incident happened, and it's being blown way out of proportion. Like the trail cams. Now this is after Summer went missing, not any trail cams before, but the trail cams that were put up. That so many people supposedly took the SD cards or whatever. The trail cameras are here. They have the original SD cards in them. No one took them. No one's done anything with them. Trail cams are right here. When someone purchased those for them, and when they came in, they needed to be put up. They did not get put up at home. Candace did not know how to do the inner workings of the cameras. So I went over there. I was over there almost every day. She didn't know how to work the cameras. So I went over there, got the cameras going. We put them up, and she did not know how to check them. So I went over there at least every other day, and we checked the cameras to see if there was any odd cars or anybody stopping to
Hang on. I just want to say, you guys, while Candace is in here, please don't troll and be disrespectful. Okay? Because Candace is up here, and this is not easy for her to do, you guys. So are you okay, Candace, so far?
I'm okay.
You sure?
I'll be okay.
You want me to continue playing?
You go ahead, Daisy.
Okay.
have been evil. I don't think any of you realize people have been evil. I've seen them. Well, many of you know that you may have seen the receipt, the supposed Bank of America receipt for $16,000 or $12,000 or whatever it was supposed to have been many months back. That, and it comes out that it was fake. There's been a lot of editing of photos, editing of this, editing of that, and these people are so good at make it look real, and many of you believe it. But I guess that's why I documented so much of what has happened, because I don't know. A lot of it was because for memories, because Candace is truly like my little sister, and I hate that she's going through this. I really do.
She loves you, Candace.
I love her too.
But none of you know. Sorry. None of you know the things that she has had to deal with, not just with Summer, the boys, and I'm not going to talk a lot about the boys either. And then her animals, and then her husband, if that's anyway.
Are you okay, Candace?
And my child. I am gonna discuss that real quick, because everybody's saying, "Oh my God, how can you have your child around her?" Why would I not? What has she been convicted? Does she have a record other than going to jail? Whatever she went to jail, has she been convicted of something as far as children go? Has she been not supposed to be around children? I wasn't told she wasn't supposed to be around children, and let me tell you, she's damn good with mine, and mine loves her. That's her aunt. And if none of you can understand that, if you can't understand that she is human, and she has a heart. And none of you know her. You don't know her. You don't know her the way that we know her. And if I say she's a good person, all of you are going to be like, how can she be a good person? Because I know her and you don't.
See,
she has flaws just like the rest of us. And I don't agree with a lot of the things that she has said, a lot of the things that she has done, but it's not going to change the fact that she's still a human being and she has a missing child. Look at little Athena Strands and Monkey Vaughn. And a lot of you probably followed those cases or heard of those cases. And instantly.
Oh, Candace had to go down. I was going to tell Candace about how Summer has made a huge difference in those cases. Oh, she's crying. She loves her friend. I know. So I'm going to play this, but I did want to tell Candace, if you're listening, Candace, through Summer's name, we have brought awareness to Monkey Vaughn's case, Harmony Montgomery's case, Quentin Simon's case. A lot of these cases, through Summer's name and the love for Summer, we have brought awareness to these children. Oh, she's crying. I'm sorry. But I'm going to play the rest of it because this woman loves Candace, and I just wanted to bring that out there too. So I want y'all to hear it. There's a lot more.
Instantly, people go in and they jump on the parents and they assume, and they start saying awful, awful things, and it's very hurtful. And they don't wait. They don't wait to see what happened. Well, Athena Strand, well, people were ready to burn those people at the stake, just like they are Don and Candace. They were ready to burn them at the stake, and then look what happened. Some stranger takes the child. It can happen, and it does happen. People say they don't just vanish. No, they don't. They don't just vanish. They are somewhere, but not every parent does something to their child. So if you, I guess I don't know what I'm asking, if I'm asking anything, but I would appreciate if you would let me show some pictures and let me go over the almost 2 years that I know her and explain the kind of person that she is. Because I know that she was trying. I haven't spoke to her in a little bit, and I'll get into all that as well. But just please don't jump the gun and think that everything that is said and done is in a nefarious or evil way. All those, like someone asked me, do you remember when she did that video and she It was dark and there was water. Yeah, I remember. And everybody was like, she's trying to tell us something. That was a subliminal message. It was this, it was that. No, it was a drunk accident and while we were camping. That's all it was. But everybody wants to go into this craziness and assume it's this and this. It's not. It wasn't. She was drunk and she was fooling around, and that's what happened. And that's why I would fuss at her and tell her, stay your ass off of there. So anyway, I think now's probably a good time to
say, for those of you who are just now coming, this is Candace's best friend that she stayed with this summer. While Dawn was in jail, she stayed with Candace, and she's just telling people the truth. You know, if anybody would know Candace or Dawn, especially Candace, I'm not so sure about Dawn, but it would be her. It would definitely be her. And she stands by Candace. She loves Candace. If y'all did not catch it, she just said that her daughter loves Candace. That Candace has never ever hurt a child, and that her daughter, she's very good with her child. So thank you for her friend. So I'm going to keep playing this. Candace was up here, but she got a little upset and had to go down. And I don't blame her. I mean, you can only take what you can. But you'll hear here in a minute about the lady that broke in on them from Ohio, the crazy lady.
Stop where I'm at, because this has been weird. It is weird when you just sit and you talk. It's not like you're having a conversation with somebody. You're just sitting and you're talking, kind of like when you're talking to yourself. So carrying on a conversation with yourself is odd. So does anybody have any questions? I'm sorry I haven't been watching chat, because if I look at chat, we'll get probably confused and end up saying, reading something and
Kimberly
and speaking it over here. So the check. I know about the check. That was after disobey. That was after there was a receipt. I think that's what you're talking about. The receipt. The receipt was quite a while back. It was some kind of fake receipt that showed they had $16,000, and they were trying to pass that receipt. I've got a copy of it, and I will make sure I add that to the list of thousands of stuff that I have to add. But yes, it was a receipt, and knowing that they have been struggling for the most part, seeing that and then say, oh, y'all don't give them no money because they got $16,000, blah, 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 or they had a life insurance policy on Summer. No, that's bullshit too. They did not have a life insurance policy on Summer. So please stop. Just don't believe everything you hear, because a lot of it is being done for someone else's sake, so you'll stay, interested in what that person has to say. Nobody, or very few people know exactly what's going on. And it's not anybody on YouTube. Okay. It's not anybody on YouTube. And even if it's me, if it's very, if it's very important to the case, even I'm not going to say anything. I don't believe that Hawkins County is doing everything that they should, but I do believe in the TBI and the FBI. And nobody knows what they have. Nobody. So, again, please just don't believe everything that you hear. And thank you for bearing with me, because it's been kind of nerve-wracking, and I was literally shaking before I came on today, because I had no intention of ever doing this. I had to, and so sorry for yesterday, y'all. I was just talking and wasn't paying no attention, didn't know the volume was not working. I was so sorry for yesterday. Yeah, I borrowed a laptop, and trying to figure out how to do all this has been a bit much for me. There was so much that I wanted to say, and I'm sure that once I end the live, there's going to be a ton of things, and I say, oh my God, I forgot to say this, or I forgot to say that. But I am going to work on getting the videos and pictures of ready to be shown, because I feel that's important as well, being able to show proof. And even when I do that, there's still going to be those people that say, that's bullshit, or that's a lie, or That's just, no, it's not. Okay. It really is unbelievable how many people are convinced at everything that they say and everything that they hear and everything that they read is the truth. And again, yes, they have indeed done some stuff that nobody agrees with, and no matter what people would tell them, they're grown. They make their own decisions, but none of that means that they hurt Summer. And if everybody stays focused on just them, that means that someone else out there has gotten away with it, with whatever they've done with it. That's gonna be watch, that word's gonna be misconstrued, and it would. Anyway, someone has gotten away with it, meaning taking her for all this time, and they're probably sitting back laughing, going, huh, they ain't never gonna find me, because they're so damn focused and determined that it's them. They think it's the parents. Watch. So
and I want to point out there what she has to say about that is, while we're tearing these people apart, and like I said, I've had, I've not been an innocent person in this as well, but now I realize there's somebody else out there that really does have Summer and really knows what's going on, and snuck up there on that hill and took this baby, and everybody is just ripping this family apart. It's better for us to be wrong and not attack anyone than it is, anything else. So, yeah. So just be kind and listen, just think about that. What if there is somebody else out here?
We need to find out what happened to Summer. We need to get her home, and we need to do that now. I don't want her name to get pushed to the bottom, or the side. She needs to come home. She needs to come home. Something else I do want to mention. Hey, gavel. No, I have no intent. I don't have any intentions or plans or doing anything with the channel. What I want to do, as far as why I'm here and what I want to relay, is the almost.
Hang on. I want to address a comment that somebody just made. Hang on. Right here. I do think it is fair to bring up Monkey. Brandy has never acted like DNC. Brandy has always been a true grieving mother. Listen, everybody does it. Everybody grieves in their own way. Okay. And yes, Summer has absolutely brought attention to these other cases, including Monkey's case. When I would be on here on a SummerWells case and had all these people in here, Monkey's face was always showed. Brandy even came in here during this time. And yes, there was times that Brandy made mistakes and people came after her and creators came after her and twisted things around and turned them around. And Brandy was attacked as well. So I did want to say that, because yes, Summer has brought attention to all these cases. You know what I mean? And I want to say, Candace, I am proud of you for staying sober. I'm very, very very proud of you for staying sober. Hey, Christine, come up. Candace was just up here with us. She started crying. Yeah, if you're not respectful in the chat and you come in here to troll, you're going to go. And I've got about 3 or 4 of them already. Not my mods, but I did. And you can clip that too, because I will not tolerate people being disrespectful in here. It's okay to speak your mind, but don't be disrespectful. Okay. It is what it is. Okay, here we go. Let's listen.
2 years that I spent with Candace. I want to show pictures and videos of the Candace, the one I know, the one my family knows. She became part of my family. She's like my little sister. My child considers her her aunt, and it's not fair that people believe all the negativity and the lies, and they don't know her. And that's what my intentions are, is just to show the Candace that I know. And I do want to say this as well. And this has been a big problem for me. the day before Dr. Phil, the day before they left to go to Dr. Phil. And there are a few, I don't know if these other people are going to want to talk about it. If they do, it's up to them. And they, I'm sure, will hear this. And if they want to speak out and tell what they know, that's on them. But I'm not going to mention any names. However, the day before they left to go to Dr. Phil, there was a lady. I got a call the night before, two nights before. It was almost midnight. From the private investigator from a different phone number. And she said, I need you to call. And Trudy, I'm sorry. I love you, but I do feel this is important. It should be told for Candace's sake. Trudy asked me to call Hawkins County Sheriff's Office on their regular number, not 911, because people were listening to the scanner. Isn't that awful? They need help, and they couldn't even call 911 because they were concerned that it would be turned around and made into something it wasn't. But anyway, and my response to her was, are y'all okay? And she said, yes. I said, I'm doing that now. Bye. And I hung up. I turned around and called Hawkins County Sheriff. And I told the lady, I said, y'all need to get there ASAP. Are you close? She said, they're pulling in the driveway now. And I didn't hear anything back that evening. It was the next morning that I talked to Candace. Again, this was the day before they left to go to Dr. Phil. There was a lady, and I have her information. I'm not going to be giving it out because that's not the right thing to do. She drove from Ohio straight to 110 Ben Hill Road, walked up the hill and straight into the house, and started going into detail about what happened to Summer and where she was. Now, when they got it,
this is what I was talking about. This is the crazy lady I was telling you all, okay? This is the crazy lady I was telling you about. Christine, will you look at the back chat? Hey.
Yeah. Hey, I just got off the phone with Don, and he has a message for everybody. So whenever you want me to say it, I will.
Is it good or bad?
It's bad.
Oh, well, can you put it in the back chat?
Well, it's not bad. Like, he wants me to say it to everybody.
Okay.
You want me to say it now or wait?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So there has been rumors that someone said that Don gave permission for some lady to come up to their property and search their property. That is not true. And he said, I just got off the phone with him, and he said that anyone that shows up on March the 17th to come on their property will be trespassing, and the police will escort you off. So if anyone wants to come up, now this is their personal property, okay? The property has been searched 12 times, turned upside down each time, stuff thrown everywhere, stuff thrown out of their vehicles, and they've had to, put everything back each time. He said the only people that are allowed on that property are the ones him and Candace invite. That is it. Not anyone else. No searchers. It's not because they're trying to hide anything, but you're not law enforcement.
I do want to say something contributing to that. Twinkle said, why March 17? Because on the lab, there was a lady, it sounded like an old lady, right? Come on the lab's live and said that Don invited her on March the 17th to go up there to their property, and that she wanted Josh to go, and Josh is like, I'm not too sure about that. And she kept on saying March the 17th. Now this has nothing to do with Josh. She just called in on Josh. And so evidently they got wind of it, and they said they absolutely do not want anyone on their property but law enforcement, FBI, TBI, and their PIs. And that, go ahead and tell them what he said again about
anybody that they invite. If they invited you up to their property, that's their personal property. But anyone else that is up there, the police will be there, and you will be charged with trespassing, and you will be escorted off the property.
Absolutely.
So, don't even waste your time going there if you're planning on searching, because Don did not give anyone permission to go up there and search.
Candace told me that she didn't want anybody on there either.
Well, this is per Dawn as well.
Yeah. She was like, absolutely not. And I don't blame her. I don't think people should be up there messing around anyway. It's not safe for them. And it's only for law enforcement and people that needs to know what happens in this case. It's not for a YouTuber or anybody else to go up there lollygagging and stuff around their property. I don't blame them. I wouldn't let nobody up there on my property, especially with all the crazy stuff you've heard. What Kathy said here about the crazy woman. I'm getting ready to play that. You'll hear and you'll understand why.
Someone said that he said that he heard somebody coming up the driveway in the middle of the night, and he said he went out there real quiet just to see, and he seen somebody sneaking up the driveway, chased him down the driveway, got in his car. The guy ran down, got in his car. Don got in his Subaru and drove and chased this guy down. And while he was chasing him, he called the police, and the police, went and talked to him and stuff and gave him a warning. But yeah, there's people that sneak up there all the time.
Yeah, there's especially this crazy woman from Ohio. I was going to play the rest of this where this is the classic reason why evidently there was more, because Candace said, which one? Lord, I don't blame them. I would not want them on my property. No way. Absolutely not. Because
and I told him, I said, why don't you put a fence or a gate or a chain across so nobody can come up your driveway? And he said he did before, but people just walk up the driveway.
Yeah, they will. They don't care.
That's somebody's private property. You can't do that.
I know.
That's like somebody coming into if you live in a house, apartment, condo, whatever it is you live in, that's like some stranger just coming on into your house.
I agree. 100. Well, they did. They had the crazy lady come in their house from Ohio. I don't know why they didn't look into this woman further, but I'm going to let her. I'll play the rest of this and we'll discuss it. Okay.
Okay.
In touch with the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office came out. They told them what was going on. The lady took off before the law got there. Now, true enough, she may not have been in her right mind. However, for someone to drive from Ohio and walk straight up in someone's house, not knocking or anything, just walking straight up in the house, going into detail about what happened to someone's child, you would think that the law would interrogate, just check into things, whatnot. But they didn't. They basically came up there to shoot a lady off, and that's it. And a little while later, the lady comes back, walks in the door again, because the front door at that time did not lock. My husband, we had to go and the house sitter at the time, I'm just going to say that, the house sitter at the time, had so much shit up against the door. We had to go and make sure that it locked. But the lady, after the police left, the lady ends up walking back in the house. She says, I forgot my water bottle. And then she grabs her water bottle and she leaves.
This woman's crazy.
So
it is. Not this woman, but the girl that came. Hang on, let me stop it for
Abigail, no.
What do y'all think about that? So this woman barges in their door from Ohio and starts telling them what happened to Summer, what she thinks happened to Summer, I think. What was it that she said? Yeah. And law enforcement never even looked into it. They just run her off, she said? They said? Yeah. Then she comes back. Yeah, no, people are B-shaped crazy, Michelle.
I've been telling, me and Daisy's been telling Donna and Candace both, if anybody comes up there to press charges for trespassing, I would. Right. I'll tell you now, you come up on my property uninvited, you're gonna get some charges.
Exactly. They had no idea who the lady was. I think Candace might remembered a little bit of her name, but she didn't know her. Exactly, Midnight Moons. But I don't understand it. I don't understand why they wouldn't have took this woman aside and said, hey, how do you know this? How are you involved? I guess the woman told them always late that she was from Ohio. Everything she said.
Looked at her driver's license. They
would do that.
usually when the law enforcement stops you and talks to you about anything, they always take your ID and they write your information down in case something else happens. They
Right.
always do that. Always. It doesn't matter if they stop to talk to you for whatever it is. They will always look at your ID. So I'm guessing that they probably asked her for her ID so they knew who she was.
Right. But is somebody going to travel all that way? I would be looking into them a little bit more.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is a missing child's case. My phone is dead. Hang on.
I know. You're gonna get cut. You'll end up getting cut off, and then I'll be up here by myself.
Well, this charger's not working, and so I'm gonna have to.
So yeah, he is infuriated about what was said. I didn't know where that came from. That was the first time I ever heard that there was people supposed to come and search their property on the 17th or something. But he just got off the phone with White Boy too, and he's going to let people know from his channel also they are not to be up there, because the police will escort you off, and you will have trespassing charges filed against you.
Right.
And that's not trying to hide something, you all. That's their private property. The police have searched it and searched it and searched it and searched it with every kind of dog that you can think of.
They ain't nobody crazy need to be going on up there. I mean, this is the reason why they don't want people up there on their property. Right here, a crazy woman. Not this woman, but yeah, she left her water bottle there. Reap what you sow. I mean, it's dangerous. I mean, if somebody's willing to get in a car and travel from Ohio, no, Fancy Nancy, no, Fancy Nancy. No, never mind. No, Fancy Nancy. Hang on just a second. I gotta try to get my phone. Go ahead and talk to me if you want to, Christine.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. It is. It's not only is it you shouldn't go and do that, but it's also dangerous, It's dangerous for them. It's dangerous for the person that's going up there uninvited. And it's very disrespectful. The only people that need to be up there is law enforcement. That's it. Law enforcement can be up there, and people that they invite. But other than that, there should not be anyone going up there. And, if I was them, I wouldn't want to catch no charges for trespassing, just to do what?
They need better surveillance, security, alarm systems of sorts. Crimes will be recorded. People are crazy. Yeah, they probably need to get some. But you hear her say that she helped put trail cams. I don't know if they still got their trail cams or not. Let's let her. I'll let her see what she says.
Okay.
Why would I have to ask her if it's okay? Because this is how I feel. This is how I feel. So, and even if it was a private moment, there's nothing, just like her going to rehab, that's personal, but that's something that she should be proud of. She tried, and I'm sorry if that doesn't work for you. But anyway, there's been several incidents like that, and I do believe all of that should have been checked into, but it wasn't. So anyway, and it's not as bad. The things are not as bad as they were, as far as people reporting crazy shit they hear on social media. I have heard some crazy stuff. If it's a legitimate tip, we of course want it called in. But something like, oh, I read that so and so said that so and so did such and such. That's not a tip. That's not a tip. So please just don't believe everything that you see and hear on social media. But thank you for letting me speak and showing what I have to show as soon as I can get all that done, and at least giving me the chance, even though I know there's going to be some of you that are only here to take the shit, twist it around, and make it seem even worse than it is. I know that's gonna happen. But anyway, I feel it's important that I show the Candace that I know, and which has been almost 2 years. But some of y'all know her better, right? Because you know her from YouTube or social media, so y'all know her better. But anyway, thank you again, and I do appreciate you for listening and at least.
That's what she had to say about it. I thought it was interesting. I think people needed to hear about how she loves Candace and how good Candace is to her daughter. Listen, when you live with somebody, that's the best way to get to know them. Like if you're gonna know anything about anybody, you definitely will get to know them when you live with them, right? Donna Candace, I wouldn't trust nothing or no one. And I mean, why would you? I'm sorry you have been through everything. It's unbearable pain, like death of losing a kid. Trust me, I know. Aw. Hey, Texas. JSB took all the trail cams immediately. Summer went missing. That right there is weird in itself, JSB. And why is JSB going through? Like the other night, she was like going through my live with Candace and dictating every word Candace said. And then she'd roll her eyes and she'd make noises and crazy. I mean, why is JSB worried about what Candace says? That's what I want to know. Well, okay. So hang on just a second, y'all. My phone is messing.
Uh-oh. We're going to lose her, you all.
Okay, that's good. Sorry, guys. I was just reading what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. It's good.
Oh, yeah. So you heard what she said on here. Hey, homie D man, you heard what she said on here. Did you get it going? You sure? She said that I lost my train of thought. Sorry. You heard what she said, that she doesn't believe Don and Candace did anything to that baby. Is it charging now? Because hang on just a second, Christine, okay?
Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Farking Tomatoes. Hi, Dallas Country. Just saying. Lori P, my girl. Chewy. Susan. Glitter Bomb.
She did do well, and this is a true friend. And Candace was up here a while ago and started crying. Was you in here when she was here?
No.
She started crying. Yeah, she loves Kathy. She started crying. I'm going to play it at the beginning of what Kathy has to say about how she loves Candace. Let's see what she has to say here.
Auntie Sherry, innocent till proven guilty. Hi.
So please forgive me for that. There have been a few creators that I want to say thank you very much for being fair and not jumping the gun and getting on the bus with all the crazy narratives and just trying to find out what happened to Summer. Why I decided to do this is several reasons. I hope to clear up a lot of misinformation. I hope to give a better, real picture of the Candace that I know, the Candace that has become part of my family. She's like my little sister. And you should know that part of her, not the part that everybody thinks, assumes, and has run wild with.
Exactly.
I also want to say that I respect and appreciate the private investigators. They have worked extremely hard and continue to do so. I have nothing but love for them and respect, and I hope they understand.
I don't know. Candace still loves her. She loves Candace. And they're friends. So she believes Don and Candace is innocent. You heard what she said. That there's somebody while we're out here attacking Don and Candace, there's somebody out here who did the real crime and is probably sitting back and laughing at the fact that we're attacking these parents, and Let's see, Christine. That was excellent video you shared today. The one with Ronnie talking about the truck. Apologize. Hang on. You did a video today, Christine?
Yeah, I did a short. It's it's short.
I
It just
spelled
it
your
just
name wrong.
reiterates that, Ronnie Lawson, they are still looking for the red Toyota Tacoma. And also, thank you, Lady Seven Up, uh, and Auntie Sherry. Yeah, and also that it just reiterates that.
This is
Um,
Kathy's, Candace's best friend. Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's a good video. She does have a good video. I think more people that know the real Candace should say, you know, speak up about their character, because I think that's important. For so long, for almost 2 years now, we've only heard all the, you know, horrible things about them, but those things were being said in a moment of weakness when their child is missing and their boys are gone and they
Uh-huh.
are hurting. And these people, they thought these people were their friends and that they were
Mhm.
going to, help them keep Summer's name out there. But instead, what happened was they clipped them and then spun whatever it is around, and then to us made it look bad. And we've talked about it before. um, they know where Daisy and I stood. So anybody that's going to
Hey,
them and
Robin.
saying, "Oh, Daisy and I wasn't for them at the beginning," well, they already know, because only thing we had to go by was what we seen on YouTube. That's it. But
Mhm.
now we talk to them, we know how they actually are. They're not anything like what some of the creators made them out to be.
Absolutely grieving themselves to death over this babies. All the babies, not just one. All of them. Facts, this person has only known Candace for less than 2 years. Yeah, but she lived with her. Listen,
Yeah.
you could be around somebody 5 minutes and kind of get an idea of how they are. But
Always late.
live with
Marlena owns
somebody?
a red Toyota Tacoma.
Huh?
She said always L8 said that Marlena owns a red Toyota Tacoma.
I don't know.
Huh.
This woman's got a big heart here. You can definitely tell that, y'all. Let me see here.
I
Let's
did
see.
not know that.
All opinions are welcome. So why are people's comments being deleted? Your opinions are welcome. Your rudeness and your mean, spiteful comments are not. And
Absolutely.
that's
And
just how it is. You are
Daisy trusts
entitled
her
to your
mods. She has
opinion. You
very good mods. She's got
can't.
top-notch mods in here, and she trusts their judgment.
And well, not only that, Daisy Cow's been timing some out too. It's okay to have your own opinion. It's not okay to come in here and verbally attack through your keyboard warriorship.
Robin has a red Toyota Tacoma too. Yeah, Robin
Yeah,
does
there's a
too,
lot of
but I
people
think Robin's
that
has been looked at, y'all. I think hers has already been looked at. I'm not going to say it was cleared,
Miss Daisy,
but
look
I
at
think
the
that
UPS
law
driver.
enforcement knows that
There
that one.
was a UPS driver there, right? Well, the
Um,
Welsh should go to the Steve Wilkos if they have nothing to hide. Steve Wilco is not nothing but a show that pays people money to go on there and act like they're crazy. This is a very important case. This is not a she show. This is not for them to go up there and act like they're fighting and everything else. They literally pay people to fight and act on these shows. And no, I don't think
well, let me
this
ask a
show should be
question to
anywhere near
whoever said
anything like
that.
that.
Let me ask
Right.
a question to whoever said that. Okay, so they go
Yes,
on the Steve
I do.
Wilkos show
Yes,
and they pass their lie detector test, or they don't, whichever way. How is that finding Summer? Tell me. How is
exactly.
that finding Summer? I don't understand that.
That's not finding summer at all.
Always Late says it's not Marlena that has the red truck. The guy, hang on.
The guy she hangs around has a red truck.
I don't
Okay.
understand how we was talking smack about Don and Candace. I don't know what now. Granny said something. Granny Gill says, I don't understand how you was talking smack about Don and Candace.
I just
So
explained it.
no. To get things straight for all these trolls, click channels, da 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 da. Don and Candace is very well aware that we once had an opinion bad about them. We have told them that. Since we have talked to Don and Candace and realized that a lot of things were nothing but pure lies that was told on them, twisted inside out and upside down. And I saw the true Candace, the true Don, and the people that they are, that is totally and thoroughly just don't know what to do, just besides themselves over their children. Um, yes, I have changed my mind, and it's okay to change your mind. They know it, Granny Gills. We've told them. And they also know Grandma Candy. I had a pleasure of talking to Candy myself. And yes, we talked about the Rose Bly thing where the lady said that Rose Bly was alive. And Grandma cleared that up for me. She said that was her niece. She looks like Rose, but she has a round face. And she was fine and okay with it. She was not mad at me about that at all. Um, so people can stop with that shit because they're very aware how our feelings was before versus what our feelings is now. So all these clip channels can clippity clip. People sends me them. I don't even watch them. I could care less what they say.
And listen, Candace and Don, Ronnie Lawson even says on a news station that Candace and Don passed their lie detector test. He says it. I didn't say it. Daisy didn't say it. Ronnie Lawson, the sheriff of Hawkins County, said it.
Love you too, Jesse.
There's no need for them to go on the Steve Wilkos show to pass another lie detector test. The TBI gave them a lie detector test. They're top notch.
Yeah, I think Steve Wilkos would make a joke out of this case. I really do. He is not like a crime channel. Like Dr. Phil's a little bit serious. I don't like Dr. Phil. I'm just going to tell you there. He's on his high horse. Like he's never made a mistake in his whole life. And I think he's in with the Hollywood elite, so I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I don't like Dr. Phil. But I felt like Dr. Phil had an opportunity to bring awareness and more to this case. And I think he didn't bother to try to do it. Because I think the main focus on this case when they went there with Dr. Phil and them was Don and Candace. I think the behavior panel kind of pushed it on them. And I think that the interview room pushed the scenario, and Dr. Phil pushed the scenario. But they failed to mention that Candace had got a phone call while she was on the Dr. Phil show that Summer was found down here in Bull's Gap, and that they had spotted Summer, and she got her hopes up thinking Summer was alive. Then she got the call back that it was not Summer and Summer wasn't alive. And she said that she felt like it was like she was missing Summer all over again. Like she'd lost Summer all over again. That's very traumatizing. You got to stop back and think, hey, this is a mother and father. Put everything in your head aside and clear your mind. Close your eyes and say, this is a mother and father that has a missing daughter whose heart has been ripped out of their chest. And every bad scenario in their mind is tormenting them from daylight to dark. Ask your babysitter where Summer is. Glad I already have a babysitter. What's that? See, the little comments like that is what I'm talking about. Is why you get blocked. You get blocked when you come in here trolling.
Hi, Miss Daisy.
Hey, how are you?
I've been doing good. How you guys been? Can I ask you guys a question? When did this video come out?
Yesterday.
It came out yesterday. If this lady was so close to Candace, why is she just not coming out over a year, almost 2 years later?
It's not really been a year since her and Candace is not, like, since Don's been out of jail. she said she just come forward.
Well, I
That
think
she
the
needed to
reason
talk
why she's
about it
coming
because
in,
people are attacking them.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
It's
understand that. I understand that. But if it was about Summer,
That
in
is
my
why she
opinion,
died.
yeah, in my opinion, I think that she should have came out way earlier than now. But it just
That's why, Sticky.
it just it just it's kind of it's not computing with me. She would come out now instead of back then. Even it wasn't about nobody but Summer, right?
Well, the thing about it is that this part is not really about Summer with her video. Her video is more so about Candace and what Candace is going through while, Summer is missing. It's more so because because Kathy's her friend. She
Yeah.
feels like, Candace is being attacked and she's tired of sitting back and not saying anything,
But
and that's hard for a friend or, she thinks of her like a
Yeah,
sister. So
she
it's
loves.
hard for her. She did sit back and was trying to, just
Yeah.
trying to ignore it like everybody else is trying to ignore it. But
Uh-huh.
I guess she had just had enough and she just wants
Uh-huh.
everyone to know that, those clips and everything is not how they portrayed Candace to be is not that. She's not that way. And I think that just as her friend, this is her way of taking up for her friend slash sister. And it's not, this video is really not about Summer.
so
They
it's
do
about
have
how so it's
personalities.
about so she's trying. She's
Yeah, it
taking
was Jenna. Jenna was the one that told Candace that. That's why Candace cried on there, because Jenna had just told her. Jenna got up here and told us that she come up here and told us that she told Candace that, and that's why Candace was crying and so upset. They failed to mention that on the Dr. Phil show, though, that she had just experienced that. Yeah, the news came out and said that Don and Candace both passed the lie detector test. The news
Oh, yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So for anybody, people should never tell them that they think they have seen Summer unless they're absolutely positive that Summer. It's
Jay,
very traumatizing, Lena. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I mean?
that's
I could
heart
not
wrenching.
imagine that. Going through that, thinking, "Oh my God, they found my child," and then, boom, no, it was a mistake. Kathy did come out when Candace first started to stay with her. Yeah, but she's wanting to come and get things straight of what happened while Candace was staying with her, especially the part where, um, this crazy woman comes from Ohio and travels and then busts in their door and say that she knows what happened to Summer. You know, exactly, Rhonda Lynn. I think so too. Candace, come chat is. No, Candace has been in here just a while ago and she started crying. She had to leave because of, she loves Kathy. And she let me play the part where she went to rehab. Hey Courtney, I'm way behind on the chat, guys. Can you please share that on
Hi,
here
Lenny.
that they passed the lie detector test? Christine, what part of your video did you put that on? Where they passed?
It's,
Did you put it on a video where they said they passed the lie detector test?
yep. It's a short, like 2-minute video. I just did it today. So if you go on into my,
I'm gonna play Christine's video right quick, and this
yeah,
we'll clear it up, guys, because Christine is on a mission.
that's right.
Yes,
taking
And
ma'am.
I'm
over.
using facts. These are all facts. I didn't say it. Law enforcement says it, not
Yeah,
me.
Exactly.
he said it a long time ago though. He said that a long
Right.
time ago.
Yeah,
He
but
said
some
that
people
And
are
I see
doubting
a
it,
lot of
so
people
we'll play it.
text. There's new people that are looking into this case and they've not heard it
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
but then they should
So
stay out of it though. I mean, if
Miss
they're looking
Daisy
into it,
said the well said they passed the lie detector test, not the cops. No, we'll play it. We'll play it. Okay. Here we
Ronnie
go.
Lawson said it in a news interview.
He did. Okay, we'll play it here too. There ain't no copyright in this, is there? Music or anything?
No.
Okay.
You would think if somebody had saw something, they would come forward, even if they just had the truck and didn't see anything. But like I said before, it may be somebody that has paid no attention to this, or maybe somebody that's got a criminal record and was driving wasn't supposed to be driving too.
Months later, that truck and its driver haven't been identified, but we learned more about the person who gave the information about the truck.
It was somebody driving a company truck that a lot of officers here are familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually saw it.
It's definitely connected. There are so many pieces of this puzzle they just haven't figured out yet. But another interesting thing, Marnie, he did confirm for me today that both of Summer's parents did pass a polygraph test.
Which is something I know a lot of people have wondered.
Interesting thing, Marnie, he did confirm for me today that both of Summer's parents
did pass a polygraph test. Did pass a polygraph test. Did pass a polygraph test.
Other than her walking outside the house and not being found is basically the main thing right now. And what actually happened to her, we're still trying to find out.
This next section talks about Athena and how the FedEx driver hit her. So you may not want to play it, or you do.
Athena wouldn't have stayed out in the dark by herself.
The driver, 31-year-old Tanner Horner, is now charged with capital murder and aggravated kidnapping and could face the death penalty. This morning, stunning new details about his motive for the horrific crime. According to the arrest warrant obtained by NBC News, Horner told police he was delivering a package to the home when he accidentally hit Athena with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. Horner says he panicked, fearing Athena would tell on him. He then kidnapped and killed her, dumping her body on a riverbank.
About the person who gave the information about the truck.
It was somebody driving a company truck that a lot of officers here are familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually saw it. What actually happened to her, we're still trying to find out.
That's it.
There it was. Good job, Christine. You just proved a point right there.
Hey, Chris,
Exactly.
All the questions that people are asking about, you just proved it.
Mhm.
in that news, in that reporter, was that reporter from News Nation?
Brian Eaton. That was Brian Eaton. He was a reporter.
Yeah, but he was from News Nation, right?
Yes, News Nation. Yeah.
Yes, that reporter, he's a good reporter. He's done a lot of reporting on a lot of cases that I've seen since I've been a part of YouTube. The News Nation YouTube channel, they do a lot of reporting on a lot of cases that I've seen.
And he flew down specially to actually look into this case, so that was good.
Right, definitely.
But I mean, you guys can believe it. Listen, you believe what Ronnie Lawson says, or you don't. That's all I can say. He said that both parents passed, and if everybody, as far as I know, say, well, if law enforcement didn't say it, then it didn't happen. Well, you've got Ronnie Lawson that said that both parents passed the lie detector test, both of them. Now you take it or leave it. That's all we could do.
Right. That puts away one of the rumors right there. There's so many rumors that we have found out since we've talked to Don and Candace that is just not true. And this person that went up on Josh's called into Josh, and it's nothing to do with Josh. It's not his fault. I'm not coming at Josh at all, but it's an old lady that called in and said that, that she was going to meet, that Don invited her up there up on the hill, and Don and Candace both absolutely did not do that. They do not want anyone on their property. And they said that law enforcement would be there to pick them up with full charge. No, Fancy Nancy, stop. Jinkies, get her.
But no, TBI is the one who actually, listen, TBI is the one who did the lie detector test for both Don and Candace. Both of them. It was the TBI, not Hawkins County. TBI are the ones who performed the lie detector test on both Don and Candace, and has been confirmed that they both did pass the lie detector test, both of them.
Always late. I think I have you on Facebook under Critters Crime. Hey, Missing and Missed. You'd be more apt to getting a hold of me on Facebook than you would my email, because I get bombarded with my emails.
What the hell, Fancy Nancy?
Hey, hey, Robin.
Nancy is. Sissy.
Fancy Sissy.
Now I have to go back and watch the whole live.
Start dancing, Jinkies. Somebody said you were going to dance for us.
Fancy Nancy. I just woke up. I've been actually listening to this while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Can you imagine us sleeping and us listening at the same time?
You did it last night. So
I did.
That woman
Pretty good.
told a lie like that. What woman told? What woman told a lie? Are you up here, Robin?
Yeah.
Okay. They should clear them if they are not.
Hey,
well, just because they haven't cleared them doesn't mean that they're guilty. You know what I mean?
Hey, Pally Pam
The reason why, listen, you guys, the reason why they have not cleared anyone is because they don't have any angle to go on. They don't know what happened to Summer. So until they find out where Summer is, they cannot clear anyone. It's not saying that anybody that is of interest is guilty. It's just saying that they can't clear anyone until they have a direction to look to know where Summer is. So that's the only reason why they don't want to clear somebody and then have to retract it once they find where Summer is or find out what happened to Summer. So instead of having to retract something or dismiss somebody, then they're still saying everybody's on the board, because it's not because they're guilty. It's
Matthew, Kim,
because they can't clear anybody until they have a direction to go. That's the only reason they haven't cleared anyone.
Right. I mean, if this woman spent how many months was Don in jail? What, around 10 months, 9 months?
Proven guilty.
9 months, 8 months with Candace. Plus, she was friends with her when Summer first started going missing. She knows Candace pretty well. She knows Candace's heart, and I believe her, because the same thing that came out of our mouth came out of our mouth. You don't know who Candace and Don really are. Only thing we saw was the mess that happened when Summer first went missing. When people were bombarding them and people were just dragging them in every direction. They had just lost their child.
Ronald, my friend.
They had problems at that time. And justice is coming soon. Summer's truth will be told, and justice is going to be served. And Daisy May, I think if they do that, I hope it's the person that came up there and took this baby, because I really believe that. And so all I just want to say is, guys, I understand where y'all coming from. I understand that y'all have your. We can agree to disagree. I'm not nobody because they don't agree with me. All I'm saying is we have tore these people inside up, upside down. And when I say we, I have too. I'm not denying that. Yeah. And so, and nothing has come of it. We still no closer to finding Summer than anything else. So why don't we try to?
I thought I heard Candace on here. Was she on here earlier?
Candace was up here earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she started crying because that was her best friend that I played there. And Summer is the victim. But also, the parents could be victims. The brothers are victims. what, like Kathy said, what if there's somebody sitting out there laughing because everybody's coming to Dawn and Candace and they're not looking at
It can be my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I believe what
Go
Donald
with
said.
it. Happy birthday, two chickies.
I believe what Donald said in the beginning when
Okay, thank you. Always late.
Or who was it that said it? Donald and the police, I
could have,
believe. They Summer was took.
Good night, Ronald, my friend.
Police hasn't even ruled out abduction. Did you guys
A lot
know
of
that?
See, a lot of people are saying, yeah, Monkey's parents were cleared by Fruitland law enforcement.
It's
Yeah, but you
Cindy's
gotta,
birthday, Daisy.
you
It's
gotta
Cindy's.
who?
Cindy C's birthday.
Oh, we'll have to sing happy birthday to her.
You better
But
fire it up.
address this. Yes, Fruitland police has already found the suspects in what happened to Monkey. We all agree that Fruitland police is by far, in my opinion, has been awesome on this case. Every police force is different. Just because they cleared Monkey and stuff like that, parents, and look, they've already found what happened to Monkey. Doesn't mean Hawkins County is going to do that same thing. Hawkins County is different. I'm not saying they're bad or good. We don't know what they know and what they didn't know. But you just heard on here just a while ago, Kathy say that a crazy woman from Ohio drove hours down here, barged into Candace and Don's house, looked at Candace and said she knowed where Summer was at. The law came, took her off, and never questioned her about what she said. That's what I don't understand. The power back of this channel. Thank you, Patricia. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So just because Fruitland, Idaho has cleared Brandy and Tyler after much time, doesn't mean we all know that every police force in every county and every state is different. And Brandy brags on, Fruitland Police Department. I don't know about this case right here. I don't know if I would brag. There's been some shady stuff go on here. Now, I don't know what they do behind the scenes. I can't say that that they're not doing everything. I'm just saying everything that's being said in this, every state is a different one. They do things different. So we can't judge everything by Brandy, and we can't take Fruitland, Idaho Police Department and compare it with Hawkins County. I just don't think there's.
It's a better. It's a better one.
Crooked arrow.
Look at what Sherry said.
Please don't sing Daisy. Cash up. Listen, I gotta sing Cindy C a happy birthday. Let me find my cowbell.
Cover your ears.
Yeah, because it's Cindy C's happy birthday time.
So it's my granddaughter's birthday too.
And your granddaughter's birthday. Here we go, y'all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Cindy. And Rabbit's our granddaughter. Happy birthday to you.
Happy Candace.
Wasn't that beautiful?
Hey, Candace. You want to come back up, Candace? You can. I'll put the link out. Cash App for voice lessons. It's crazy. Hey, Lynn, big time.
Crooked arrow.
Nancy, you're gonna get in trouble.
Cindy said, "Oh my goodness, I love you."
That's my sissy.
Bunches of crazies. We are some crazies.
We are crazies, and I don't really care if the clip channels want to clip away. I'm going to speak the truth and the truth.
Daisy,
Huh?
It says it in your title. Crime, crazy
creatures on the farm.
Oh God.
That's right.
Okay.
Come over here. There's going to be some crazy.
It is a little crazy. I'm not lying, but it is what it is, y'all. I mean, I don't see how people can say, well, this mother acted this way, but this mother didn't act that way. Every person is different individually.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, you all have Candace is in the chat, so I need everybody to be respectful in the chat while she's in the chat. Okay,
I
please.
had to argue with someone today. Someone today said, but it's only 1% that it's a stranger. I said, really? Then why was my daughter abducted, raped, and murdered? Shut up.
Right.
I'm so sick of arguing with people, man. I'm tired of it.
Right. Right. I mean,
leave the parents alone. Damn it.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone, and let's start focusing on.
We're going to start running.
Happy birthday to you. Lord, y'all. Candace has already been up. She can come up if she wants to, or she can stay in the chat, whatever she wants to do.
Hey, Candace.
Yeah, every person is different. Every state and every law enforcement is different. And we can't judge people on things that they do. You know, there were people coming after Brandy as well. I mean, you know, Brandy messed up and she said some things, then people were recording her and people judged her over that. But you have to put yourself in their position, you know. She's stressed out. She has a child missing and a 2-year-old on top of it. So of course she's gonna do that. Hey Candace, what's up?
Oh, how y'all doing?
All right, how are you?
Well,
Are
happy
you okay?
birthday.
Yeah, it's Cindy Woods and Robin's granddaughter's birthday. So we try to sing people happy birthday on here whenever we get a chance.
Yep. That was really cute.
She's 14 today.
She's getting older. She is. She's getting older.
Well, we're all getting older.
No,
I
that
don't
means
wanna get
we
any
are
older
getting
now.
older.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, every state is different. Every law enforcement is different, you know, and people just they can't look at things like that. You know, it's just, you know, just like with Robin up here, she lost her daughter. A neighbor got her daughter went missing at 5 years old, and the neighbor boy got her right. Robin.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Robin's story, Candace, or not.
I think I sent her the
You didn't
link.
talk to her?
I think I sent it to her and Don. I think they watched it.
Okay.
No, I don't know the story.
You don't? Oh, Robin.
Nicole's story.
Yeah, you want to tell Candace? I mean, I would skip out on some of the bad stuff.
Trigger warning.
Well, I don't know about saying some of the stuff that happened because we just don't want to. I don't want to put stuff like that in Candace's mind, but you can tell her about the other stuff, like where she went missing and stuff, if you want to, Robin.
Well, she went missing in Michigan 28 years ago. April will be
5.
29. She was 5, just like Summer. And the ironic part is that her best friend's stepbrother is the one that got hurt. And because he was 16 years old, I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting the court system to keep him in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
So
you
Robin,
know,
yeah.
it's
So she understands what you're going through.
I have no compassion for this guy at all. And it's really hard to go on every single day. That's why I have my own Summers group, and I'm not going to argue. I'm not the one to argue with. I'm not. Don't argue with me about Candace. Don't argue with me about Don. And there are people in here that want to
Oh, I'm
argue.
not going to argue with anybody.
Oh no, she's talking about people. She's talking about people that come after you and Don. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't let that happen. I'm like, were you there? Do you know Candace? Do you know Don? Do
Right.
you even know where you act like you know where Summer is? Shut the hell up.
Right. Can you tell her about what happened that day when Nicole went missing, Robin?
Um, so it was the next day they found her in a garbage bag in a shallow grave. She had one sock on, and
I mean, like
Jason,
what happened to her? I mean, like you just let her out to go play, right?
yeah, every day she went to the same place across the street to play with her friend. So the next morning when she was found, Jason is his name, was out there right behind officers watching them pull her out of the shallow grave. He had covered her body up with gas cans and a tire. And
So it just goes to show that people close to you, you might not even think people close to you, they come back to the scene a lot of
yep,
times. We're not saying we're bringing hope for Summer. We're not saying that happened to Summer. I just wanted Robin as a mother, another mother to talk to Candace, because another mother that has been where Candace has been, you know what I'm saying, is right now, not been, but is right now. I
I
think that
lost my son too. I lost my 29-year-old son to epilep- epileptic seizures because he drowned
I'm
in a
sorry.
while swimming. I mean, while fishing off of a dock. He had a
I'm
seizure
sorry
and
to
he
hear
fell
that,
in,
baby.
and I didn't even know. I didn't know at all. He had an ankle bracelet. He was supposed to be home at 9 o'clock. At 9:05, the police showed up. I told them where he goes fishing, and they couldn't find him because they didn't go to the right spot.
right.
And
Candace, I do. Go ahead,
the
Robin.
next
Sorry.
day, he was found by two toddlers. Were at the lakefront. What are two toddlers doing at the lakefront? That made me mad.
Yeah, definitely. Candace, I do want to say this. I just want you to know through your baby's name and her face that we have brought awareness to other children. I think I've told you this before, but your child, even though she's missing right now, and I know your heart's ripping out, she's made a difference in so many other kids, like Harmony Montgomery, Michael Vaughn, Oakley Carson, baby Quentin, because people are so in love with your child that they watch this show, and through her we have brought awareness to other children.
I wish I could make a difference.
You can make a difference. You have made a difference,
I
Miss
wish
King.
I wish I knew everything that went down.
Right.
And
Right.
I wish I could tell the whole world how it went down. But I can't because I have to leave it in the important people within LE and law enforcement and all that, and I can't tell my story because I have to leave it in their hands right as of now.
Well,
Right.
Candace,
Candace,
one day you'll get to tell your story, but your strength is definitely helps other people that are missing too. You have a
And
strength. Your
I'm
kindness
really
is also
sorry for every other parent like Michael Vaughn and all the rest of the parents that have lost their children in between time. It really hurts me. And I
Yeah.
really wish I could, you know, do my part in that.
Right. And
And
and,
I
and you
really
did.
do.
I don't think I got to play the part where Kathy said that you and her went and handed out flyers and put out flyers and stuff. A lot of people said that you. I just wanted to clear that rumor up that you have put out flyers for Summer, and you have searched for Summer.
Yeah, me and my mom And the boys, when it all first went down, we went all over Kingsport and put flyers everywhere.
Right. Right.
We
And
did do that.
Kathy said you and her did too.
Yes, me and Kathy did do that.
Right. Just because you don't get on here and talk about it doesn't mean that you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because even though we get on there and we tell what we have done, people are not going to believe it anyway.
Yeah, there's some people, no matter if they had it right in front of their faces, they would deny it either way. I mean, it just doesn't matter what you say. And those are the people that you just got to let them go on with their opinions, because I mean, they could look right at you and see, that you're innocent, and they still just won't believe anything, you know?
I
That's
left
exactly
something out,
right.
Candace. That next day after Jason did what he did to my daughter, he was walking to Kmart with a friend of his, and he was telling his friend what he did to my daughter, laughing about it. And he kind of let him walk ahead of him, and he actually called the police and told him. So all you have to do is listen. Sometimes people will say something and you can catch it, you know?
If it's like somebody that maybe, are you saying if somebody that maybe Candace might have known, or something? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
because I remember Don saying something about he believes, and I believe this too, because it makes sense to me that when Summer was on the road, where her footprint was found or smelt by the dog, Don was taking us down the road and come to a dirt road or something. And he said that he believes that someone came in the car and sped off with Summer. And that's all I have in my head. I
Yeah.
told you, Daisy, a long time ago, I don't believe Summer's deceased. I don't.
No, no, I don't
Robin, you
either.
have always said that. I will can back you up on that. You have always said that. Yes, you have.
I don't feel it.
You don't feel what, hon?
I don't feel like Summer's deceased. I really don't.
No, I don't either, and I've told everybody that.
Yep, Candace
A
said it.
mother can feel that in their soul. They have a
Mhm.
connection with their child, and a mother can tell. They can feel it. Just like that one little girl, I forget what her name was, that was kidnapped for all those years. And she
Elizabeth Smart.
no, it was another one. But she said that she would look at the moon and think about her mom, and her mom would do the exact same thing at the same time. But her mom always knew in her heart that she would see her again. Is that how you feel, Candace?
You know what? Summer's alive somewhere. I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
I do too.
You just got to think. You got to think.
JC
And
Duggar. Thank you. That's
you
the
got
girl,
to
JC
think and
Duggar.
remember, like, I don't know. I just have this messed
A lot
up
of people
feeling
think
in
she's
my
alive.
head that
I try to
Josephn's
remember
son
and I
had
try to
something to
think
do with
back
this.
and I try to think of what if and what if that and what if this.
You can't do that. I
I
did the
do that
same thing.
every day and
I did the same thing, Candace. I was in a mental hospital for a little while, and I'm the one that called DCF and asked them to come and get my boys because I didn't know what to do with my boys and grieve at the same time. I could not even be a mother at that time. I wanted to hurt somebody, so I beat up my car. I busted out all the windows. I jumped all over it. I busted down the tires, and I don't know. I mean, I still hurt. I have so much hate for him that you know, when I do go to court, I don't know if I've told you this, Daisy, but I'm not even allowed to say anything to him.
That's not fair.
No, it's not. Because it's not a trial.
Mm. It's just, would you be angry too, Candace, at the person if they brought Summer back? Um, what would you say to them if I mean if they do
Well,
have Summer, they can drop her off at a hospital.
yes.
Our hospital. Go ahead.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
If this evil motherfucker could bring my daughter home to a hospital or to DCS or wherever,
Right.
even to home, if they could drop her off and let her come back home to me and Donnie without me not knowing who they are,
Would you be willing to forgive them?
I don't know if I would be willing to forgive them, but I would just be thankful that she's back home with us.
Right. Right.
And you know, with all the public, I can't even say the word. Without,
I probably can't forgive them,
Mm-hmm.
even though Jesus wants me to forgive them. But I would be just thankful that she's back home.
Right. Right. And if you are out there and listening and you know where Summer's at or you have access to Summer, you you can drop her off. Our hospitals around here receives babies. You can drop off babies and with no questions asked. Set her out of the car, watch her go into the police station. You
yep.
know, I'm
Just
sure
let her
Candace,
go.
let her go. Let her come back home to her family. Um,
And
you want
that's all babies.
to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I
You,
mean,
you
let
go ahead.
babies, children, adults, let them all come back home.
Right. Have a heart. You know, there's a family here that's breaking in two. Their heart's being ripped out every single day that they have to wake up and not know where their daughter is. You know, and
That's
no
the messed
questions.
up part.
Yeah, no questions asked. Drop her off and just leave her at the gate. Make sure that she's safe when you drop her off, but drop her off and then leave. Don't you think, Candace? Are you there, Candace? Just let her go.
You okay, Candace?
Let her come home.
Take a deep breath. It's okay. I think she's upset.
Yeah.
My first case I followed, um, it was a while back. Um, this guy took his cousin, and she was only 5, and I got on the case, and I kept saying, take her to the hospital, take her to a hospital, take her to the hospital, and he did, and he got arrested. He took her to the hospital.
Hang on,
Yes,
y'all.
ever
Hang on.
since.
Sorry. Hang on just a second.
You know, you can, if whoever has Summer, you could definitely drop them off at a hospital. You could drop them off at a fire station, police station.
Hey guys, don't let's not time nobody out for speaking their mind. As long as they're not mean, they can speak their mind, but and as long as they're not being mean. Candace, we love you and we're sorry. Sometimes it can be too much. Some people handle it better than others. She might have got disconnected too, I think.
Oh, I'm still not handling
But
it, and I feel the same
Candace
way as
does need a
Candace.
hug.
I don't think I could ever forgive Jason ever. And you know what? God just has to understand me.
Right.
He just has to understand. I can't do it. Not I can't.
Right.
He brutally murdered my child. What he did to her is unforgivable in my eyes. And should he get out? No, he shouldn't get out. He should die in prison. And I
Right.
pray whoever has Summer does take her to
And bring her
a
home.
fire department. Fire departments, their doors are always open. The garage doors are always open. Let her go inside.
Yep. Fire department,
Hi, Daisy.
hospital.
Hi, Daisy.
Jinkies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell Fancy Nancy to quit picking on me.
Fancy Nancy, calm down.
She's
Calm
picking
down,
on me.
Fancy Nancy.
You're
But
right,
yeah,
this family is hurting.
yeah, they are.
Mommy can
And
switch on you, Fancy Nancy.
Candace appreciates everybody's love and support. She's overwhelmed with it.
anyone with information leading to the whereabouts of Summer Moon Utah Wells, contact TBI 1-800 TBI Find. It's time to bring Summer home. Absolutely, Sweet Tea or Sweet D. Absolutely. But yeah. I guess Candace never thought of that, like to ask the person to bring her baby home. You know, um, you want me to share that link, Brandy B? I can. Hang on. Let me get that
I
link to
think it's
Kathy's
time
thing.
for Don and Candace to get back on the news and plead with
Yeah. Candace
plead.
being strong and so brave, you all. She is
Yes, she
coming
is.
out of her shell. She is coming out of her shell, you all. Little by little, she's coming out of her shell.
We appreciate you all showing her love and support.
Uh-huh.
And, we're going to pray super hard for our law enforcement or the person who has Summer to be brave enough to do the right thing. And if not, then we're going to pray for our law enforcement to go and find whoever it is. And hopefully they're close.
Right. Right. And just be patient with Don and Candace because they hang on just a second.
Okay. Yeah, they're hurting you all. And everybody reacts to hurt in a different way. Everyone. And this is a hurt that is unimaginable. I lost my son for just 5 minutes in the J.C. Penney's clothing store. I mean, I was freaking out. My heart sunk, and I had everyone looking for him. And it turned out good because he was just hiding in under the clothes rack, Brat. But I got a glimpse of what it felt like to have my child missing, and I
Yeah.
could not even imagine having almost 2 years of that feeling in my gut. I'm going to tell you now, I would probably, if my son went missing and I knew that I couldn't find him, everyone for him, I'm telling you, I would probably most likely have to be put into a mental facility.
Hang on just a second, okay? I'll be right back.
All right. And, let me, okay, it's going to get it. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you all have ever just briefly took your eyes off of your child and then they disappear. And yes, they were safe, but just imagine that sinking feeling in your gut the moment that you realized that your child was not within your sight. Imagine that feeling and then times that by 1,000 for almost 2 years. That's hard. And no one can say what someone else would do, right? I'm telling you, I would have to be probably put in a mental facility because I wouldn't be able to handle it. The things that would be going through my head would be so atrocious that I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I'm telling you all that now. And so I can't imagine what they're going through. The strength that parents have when their children go missing for even for very long periods of time, that is something that they have to have worked on, because when it first happens, I'm telling you, you would
Candace
probably
is
have
wanting
to
to come
hate
back
yourself.
out, so wait, I'm gonna have to put the link back out for Candace. She wants to come back up. She got
Thank you,
disconnected.
Rhonda. Okay.
That was Candace that just called. Hang on. See if I can put the link down here for
Candace
her.
is showing tremendous strength.
She
And
is.
she is, and I think that she is coming up to tell how she feels, because she has went through almost 2 years of people painting her in a bad light and as someone that she is not. And on
Yeah.
top of her child gone missing and that
Yeah.
gut wrenching, sinking feeling that doesn't go away, on top of all that, then she also has people making her look like she's a monster. Now, can you imagine
Right.
that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's horrible.
That's like me, you know, when people say something about
Let
Don
me
and
put the
Candace,
link back out here for you. Here's the
I'm
link,
like,
Candace.
okay, how about this? My
Oh,
child went missing. Okay, it was not.
here's the link.
He wasn't a stranger. Okay, so
That's right.
and this woman, she's like, well, did you also know that it's only 1% chance it's a stranger? I said, oh, really? So you know this for how? I mean, how do you know this? Explain to me
Right.
then, why did my daughter go missing? Why did
Right.
my daughter go missing when she was over there to that house every single day? Don't
Right.
tell me what the percentages of anything, okay?
Right.
I may be disabled, but I'm damn sure not stupid.
Tree, they're working on it. They're working on it.
Okay, there's Candace. She's coming back up. There
They're
she
working
is.
on it. It's not going to be
Hi,
overnight. They got to
Candace.
work on it still. Hey,
What's up?
Candace.
Did you get disconnected?
Yeah, I got disconnected somehow.
Oh, did you? Are you feeling okay? Are you doing okay?
Oh, I'm doing okay, I guess.
Well, you've got a lot of support here in the chat. A lot of people are supporting you. And I just want to say that we're proud of you for coming out of your shell and speaking out of how you feel, and, speaking out for your baby and everything,
That's
I,
my
I'm,
baby girl.
we're proud of you for it. We really are.
We love her,
You're
Candace.
being very brave.
And I
We
did
I'm
love.
I'm trying to be brave, but like I have this. Sometimes my heart stops, and I have to think about it all.
Yeah.
You just got to take it day by day. You have to deal with literally every day with that day.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
and
gonna
I try to do that. I really do.
right. I know it's hard. I know. I just want to ask you this: is there anything that you can say? I'm not asking you to say nothing. Do you have any idea of who could have came and got that baby? I know that you have some. You don't have to specifically name or anything, but do you think that Summer might have known, or the person that took that took her?
You know, I really wish I would know, and I
I know.
really miss my baby girl. with everything I have, and I love her with all my heart, and I wish I knew what had happened that day. I really do.
Yeah. If we could go back and on time, and I know you think about that, and just,
You know, I have to say this much. I blame myself every day. I sit back and I think, I'm like, what if I did this, and what if I'd done that? And what if I would have been with her for every second of that day?
but you can't. It's almost impossible, Candace.
It might be impossible in some people's lives, but that's how I feel every day.
Right. You had no idea that when you sent your daughter into that house that some crazy person or evil person was going to come and take her from you.
I would have never thought that.
Never.
I never thought it neither.
It's always been so sweet here. And I always think of, what if I would have walked with her into that? What if I would have been by her? What if I would have went downstairs and played with? What? What if all this?
Candace.
You can't blame yourself though, Candace, because things happen. We can't control what happens in our lifetime. You do have to hold on to God that and trust Him.
But I do
Because
blame myself.
I know, but
You
it's
know
not
what,
your.
Candace? That I think that is a normal reaction.
It
It
is.
really is. It's a normal reaction, but you cannot blame yourself.
Because you're going to drive
Yeah, that's
yourself
what people
crazy.
say, but I still blame myself.
I know.
That was my sweet baby girl. That was my sweet baby.
And Candace,
I'm
she
so
knew
sorry,
that you
Candace.
loved her. She knew that you loved her and you did everything for her. And you made her your princess. And you made her the light of the world and the light of the house. We can all see that. You and Don both. She knew that, Candace. And if she's still out there, she's remembering all this. She's holding on to this. She's holding on to everything and every memory that she has with you all. And if
So are
she,
the boys.
right, and the boys too. And if
Candace,
she's
look
at,
at the chat. Everyone is showing you love and support. Look at the chat.
yeah,
Look,
I
you see
can't
all this
see.
love
Yeah.
and support? Look at all the hearts. Look at all the prayer hands. Everyone is showing you so much love and support, and I hope that you can feel it.
if she's out there, she will find her way back home. I
Mhm.
promise you that. She will hold on until her last breath trying to find her way home. You just have to know that you did everything you do, and evil exists on this earth, and we cannot control that. What people can do, and they tear. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and we can't control that, but God can. And if Summer is no longer with us, and I've talked to you about that, you will see her again. This is just our temporary home here on earth. This is not our home. Our home is in heaven, where we belong. And she's with God. Make no mistake. If she is not with us here, she's with God. And if she's still here, she will find her way back home, because she will be an adult one day, and she will get away, and she will find out what really happened to her. If some and maybe someone took her because they wanted a daughter. You know what I mean? She fell back down again.
Oh,
Let me put the
Candace,
link
I
back
just want
out.
to tell you this. Your home is
your safe place. It's supposed to be your safe place. You're supposed to be able to feel comfortable and safe to let your kids play. My boys were country boys too, and let me tell you what, I wasn't out there with them every second that they went outside to play. No, that's the reason why we moved to the country. We moved to the country so that they would be able to have the freedom to run and play. Okay, radio gods, that's enough. That's it. I don't usually do this, but
there's the StreamYard Candace. She got kicked off. Here she comes back. Here we go. Hey.
Off there.
Huh?
I don't know why it keeps kicking me out.
I don't know. It does that sometimes, Candace. It does that. Sometimes it'll just kick people. But I think it's good that you let everybody know how you feel, because they're getting to see the Candace that we see, the sweet, kind-hearted Candace who loves animals and loves her babies that we see.
Mm-hmm.
And
did
that we
you hear what I
love.
said earlier?
We want to give a big hug to. The first time I ever get to meet you, I'm going to hug you, and a lot of people in here wants to hug you too.
That's right. And Candace, I was just telling everybody, your home, listen, you can't blame yourself because your home is supposed to be your safe place. And like I was saying to everybody, I moved to the country for the same reason, is to let my kids run free. I wasn't out with my boys every second of every day of every, they came in for lunch, they go back out. They would come in for, I mean, there's no way you would have known that somebody was going to take Summer. That was your safe place. Let me tell you a little story. My kids were outside playing. Now, this is when everything changed for me. And my boys came running in and said a man was looking at them in the woods. So I told my husband, and my husband called his dad, which lived on the other hill. We have 50 acres of property. My husband got on his four-wheeler. My father-in-law got on his four-wheeler, and I started walking. And we cornered this person, and he was ducked down under these bushes. And my husband, demanded him to stand up, and he did. And it was a 15-year-old boy that lived on the other road, on the other side, and he was spying on my kids.
Wow.
And let me tell you what, that boy never came back over again. I'm not going to say what happened, but he didn't come back over again.
And that just goes to show they're everywhere. No matter if you live
Absolutely.
out in the country or you don't live out in the country,
And
they're
that's when
everywhere.
everything like that changed for me. I would have never thought. So, Candace, you cannot blame yourself. Okay?
What I do.
Your home is your home. That's where you feel the safest. That's where you let your hair down and you let your kids, they don't have to be so mannerized. They can go and run wild and free. My boys did it too. They used to play, it's called hide and seek, but older kids call it manhunt. But I mean, they would do that all the time. We have a full basketball court. They'd stay out all hours of the night playing basketball at nighttime.
But I
So
do
your
blame
home is your
myself.
home.
I do blame myself, and I blame myself every day of the week.
I know.
Aw.
And I cannot not blame myself.
I can't say. I don't think I would probably blame myself too, just because that's what us mothers do, don't we? We're the hardest on ourselves. Nobody has to be hard on you because you're the hardest on yourself.
I love my baby girl, and I miss her so much.
I know. And I'm
I wish
sorry.
people would understand that.
Right. People's never been through with what you've been through, though. I mean, like Robin has. Robin didn't think that when she let her little girl go out to play with a friend that she's played with every single day, that friend's brother was going to lure her into an empty house, Um, I'm sure Monkey's dad didn't know that just because he went to change his little girl and order pizza, that Monkey was going to slip out the back door and down the road, you know. And I know Tyler. And a lot of people came at Tyler like you. Tyler was quiet. He didn't come out and talk a lot. He's very introverted. He came on my panel with Brandy, like he was talking in the background with Brandy, but he's quiet like you. He didn't come out on panels and talk. And because he didn't do that, they came after him the most.
Yeah, you guys are the first panel I've been able to come out onto.
Because you know
Aw.
we love you, Candace, and you know we
Well,
I knew
it's
you'd
not
find your
that.
way
It's
over
just
here.
oh,
Robin.
I blame myself. You know, I don't know. I just blame myself so much.
Me and my daughter
Mhm.
had an understanding to check in. You check in every 10 minutes. You check in, you come home, you check in. She didn't. That's when I called the police. And they were within 3 minutes, they were at my apartment.
Right.
And when I tell you 25 people turned into 150 people in the pouring down rain on April 26, 1994, we were screaming in the pouring down rain for Nicole. And all that time he had her in that abandoned house.
And I mean, I screamed for Summer up and down the hills and through the mountains and under everything I could scream for.
Mm.
And she would not answer. And I just was like, where's my station?
Mm.
I said the same thing. I wonder if Nicole even heard me screaming for her.
Dang. Candace, I'm so sorry. Oh, I wish I could make it better.
All we
We're
can be is
trying.
here for you. You're living my worst nightmare. You and Robin both are living my worst nightmare. Because of what happened to me, and I knew how fast it was that a child can go missing. I never even let my kids outside by themselves. And believe me, they resent me over it today, but I don't trust anyone. And it's a perfect example because of people like, you won't even let them outside by themselves. Well, you're a perfect example. You know, you let your daughter go
I
and
hated for my kids to go outside. I
yeah,
despised when Donnie would let him go outside. I despise that. And I'm so freaking mad at him because he was like, oh, it's okay, let him go play. And I was so mad about that. I was like, don't let him go outside. It's just,
do you think maybe Summer might have opened the door and went out to swing and you think she might have opened that door on her own?
no.
Oh.
They all went outside to play. It didn't matter what time of the day it was. They were always outside playing.
She loved it outside. You could tell
They
that.
all loved it outside.
Right. She's a little
And you have the
tomboy.
best place for that too.
Yeah, I mean, who would have
We
thought
thought it
that?
was so beautiful out here and that
Yeah.
it was so precious out here.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, baby.
Oh, Candace, I'm so sorry. Oh, do you want
All we can do is pray that who took her will bring her back and have mercy upon you and Don and the family, and bring her back home safe. You know,
Oh, Kathy said,
Kathy, come up,
Kathy's
Kathy.
here.
Come
Candace,
up and talk to Candace, Kathy.
Kathy, said,
Your best friend
Candace,
Kathy's
I
here.
love you, my sweet friend. Don't cry. Oh, this is gonna make me cry.
I know.
I love you too.
Aw.
You can take a link and come up, Miss Kathy, if you want to, and talk to Candace. Just know that you're loved and supported, Candace, and God loves you. And I pray that God puts comfort and support on your heart and lessens that pain and lets you know that you will see your child again, one way or the other. You will be seeing your baby again. Maybe in this life or not. She went back down again. She keeps
Aw.
getting kicked. I don't know why.
That's okay. Maybe Kathy will call her and talk to her. Oh,
Hang on.
that's Candace.
It is. Can you grab it this time, Christine, if you don't care?
Yeah.
Just let me
She
know.
hung up.
Oh,
She hung up. She's probably, I'd say Kathy's called her and talking to her now.
okay.
I
I
would say.
think we should maybe see if she could get
Can you
No, what
on
she
text
said,
her and
what
see if she
she
got kicked?
said was she doesn't know what happened to Summer. She
to
does
get on
not
the
know.
news.
She said the
I think
boys and Summer were outside all the time playing.
Yeah. And we
and
all could see that. We know that.
and Candace wasn't
Let me
really
see
they
what she's
weren't really
saying.
home anyways, you know.
Let's see here.
They weren't really home anyways. Candace was always
Photo.
taking them to theme parks or restaurants or
Mm-hmm.
wherever, and every time they went somewhere she was buying some or something. You know, they weren't really home all the time. I think we should
I
try
know.
to maybe get ask Candace if she would be able to be
She
strong
is. She's
enough
back
to
up
get in
here.
front of a camera.
Huh?
Did you get kicked again for that phone?
Yeah, I did.
Candace,
Oh,
do you think that you and Don and your mom can call the news and plead with whoever, because this is nationwide? I mean, Summer is everywhere on YouTube. Summer is everywhere on Facebook. Plead that whoever has her would just drop her off to a fire department or the police station or the hospital.
oh, I do want to clear something up. There is a certain person saying that Fox News notified you all to come on there. Is that true, Candace?
Fox News.
Yeah. So, a
I
certain
haven't
person.
talked to
I'm not
Fox
going.
News, so I don't know.
Right.
That's a
So
no.
I thought that was a big fib too. But there is a certain person that's going around saying that Fox News tried to get you all to come on there and tell your story. And I know darn well Don would in a heartbeat, and you would too. So
Is
I
I
knew that
Kathy
was
in here?
Kathy. Are you here,
Kathy.
baby girl? Kathy, are you still in chat?
She probably is.
See, she's
Candace,
listening.
why don't you drop down and call Kathy? There she is.
You there?
Why don't you drop down and give
You
Kathy
can
a
come up
call?
here, Kathy, if you want to. Take a link that Candace wants
If
to
she'll
talk to
call
you.
me, or if I can call her, but I want her to talk to me because I love her.
She loves
Um,
you, Kathy. She's in here. I put the link out if she wants to come up here and say hi to
Kathy, you
you.
want to come up?
I didn't know there was a Fox News in Tennessee.
No, it's not in Tennessee. That's just a rumor. I know it was the person that said it wasn't being truthful.
I know there's a
And
Fox News in Michigan because
Just
that's who
let
I talked to.
Kathy know I love her.
Oh,
she said she
Candace
loves
just said she
you,
loves
Kathy.
you.
Kathy, I put your link out and gave you credit for your video that I played.
I really want to talk to you, Miss Kathy.
Oh, she needs you, Kathy.
She does. Like I said, you don't live with someone for as long as what they've hung out together and stuff and not know them. And Kathy knows Candace's heart.
I keep having
And
dreams that
I
Summer's
miss
near.
you. I love you.
Oh, ugh, this is breaking my heart. Yeah.
It is me too. Here she is. She's up. She's coming up. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, I told y'all I'm old school. It takes me forever to do all this tech stuff.
Kathy, I
Oh,
love
Kathy.
you.
I love you, Candace, and
I love you too.
I'm
and
always
I'm
here for you, and you
sorry
know
for
that.
everything.
I'm always here. I'm always here. You know where I'm at anytime.
Mhm.
Kathy, you're a good friend, a real good friend. When I seen your video, I was like, I sent it to Candace. I was like, she loves you.
And I love her too.
Please don't cry.
Mm.
You've got enough on you, and
Oh my God. Miss Kathy, I miss.
Mhm.
I don't know
You're
how
breaking
much
my
more
heart.
you can take, Candace, and I'm just being honest.
I know, and I understand. I really do.
We
Mhm.
love her too. We love Miss Candace. Since we got to know Candace, we're like, wow, people are just so wrong about her. I was wrong myself. I believed all the rumors and all the stuff that people were saying until I got to talk to Donna Candace myself, and I was like, wow, this is a different person than what people has portrayed her to be.
Absolutely, and I do think that that is one of the big issues that everybody um, knows Candace and Dawn from what they have, the rumors they've heard, the
Mhm.
things that they've seen, they believe it. So that is the person that they picture in their mind, in their head. And if they actually speak to these people, to them in their face, instead of just assuming this, and this, if they were to speak to these people, you're going to know it instantly. You're going to know instantly.
Right.
I'm
And we
sorry,
did. We
Kathy.
d Oh. Did you hear Kathy? Ooh, she's in a thunderstorm.
That's thunder.
Oh, I
Candace
like
said
it.
she
I
loves
love
you, Kathy.
thunderstorms.
I ain't got any
Woo.
here yet, so
Oh, she loves you, Kathy, and you're just such a good friend.
I love
And
you.
God put you in a good place at the right time for Candace. She needed you, and you were a blessing to her.
And I still need her.
And you know what?
Um,
I've told her this many a times. I think God put us together because I needed her as much as she needed me.
And I
um,
believe that.
Oh,
Say hello to Miss Candace.
Hey, Miss Candace.
oh,
Hey, I love you all.
And we love you
oh.
too. But I'm going to get off of here because that lightning and thunder just scared the shit out of me. Candace,
Okay.
call me anytime, okay? And
Me
Okay,
too.
baby, I love
I'm
you.
I love you.
Love you,
yay.
Miss Candace.
Bye.
Love
Oh,
you, Addison.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
baby.
bye.
Thank you for coming up.
Bye, sweetheart.
And I'll put your link down in the description down below so people can go to your channel. She
Look
has
at
a
there,
Okay.
channel
Candace. Look
Oh
at
my
there.
God.
that
Does
was
that not
so
make your heart
sweet.
just a little happy now?
That
Hold on,
baby
babe.
girl
I
needs to
have to
see.
get off here and I have to talk to them.
Okay,
Okay,
Candace.
go on.
Love
If
you.
you need us, just give us a call. We love you,
Okay,
okay?
love her, buddy.
Love
Love you.
you.
Hugs, Candace. Bye, honey. See you guys. That little
Bye.
baby girl loved Candace. She said hi
Yay.
to her twice. She misses her. See
Yay.
you guys.
And
That's what
Kathy
I'm
over here
saying.
crying.
You
Yeah.
guys are seeing what we see. Let me put Kathy's channel name. Let
If
me put
that's
her
not a
together.
blessing to get them two back
Back to
together so that,
friends.
yes,
Yes.
that is a
Yes.
bless. That is God work right there. That's not Daisy. That's
Pick up.
not Jinkies. That's not Robin. That's not me. That is God's work right there.
That is God. Absolutely. I mean, to have a
Wasn't
friend like that is
wasn't Kathy
friends
the
are hard to
one
come
that
by.
wasn't Kathy the one that Candace was staying with
Yes.
that
Yeah, Candace,
yeah.
she's been staying with her all along. Like she's like They're friends. Like
Right.
when Donnie was in jail, she was staying with Kathy, and you just don't find friends like that every day. So when I come across that, I was like, I have to show that to Candace. She has to know.
There's
You know,
Weezer.
hey Weezer, who's Weezer?
Weezer's the lady that came up, remember, and she was so fun. Hi,
Oh,
Weezer.
okay. Here is
Why
the
was
link to Kathy's channel, you guys.
confronting her?
There's the link to Kathy's channel. Somebody was in the back chat. AJ.
Who?
AJ was in the
Hi,
back
Paula.
chat. I didn't even notice.
Hi,
At
Crystal.
first, I was convinced that Candace knew something. Now I have no idea. However, even if you don't have love for her, we're supposed to pray for her. Let your love for Summer lead you to do the right. Right, absolutely. And this is why we're willing to take the hits and the clicks and the abuse that we've had, is because we stand up for what we believe in, and we seeing what you all are seeing right now. We are seeing, or you all are seeing what we've been seeing all along behind the scenes.
You guys just witnessed a blessing right there. That was a blessing. We all just witnessed. That's a
Christine,
blessing.
you do such good work.
Dawn,
I swear, I watched that video
Dawn
and
and
I was
Candace
like,
both.
Thank
Oh,
you,
you want a link to
Robin.
Christine's channel? Let me get a link for Christine's channel.
oh,
Hang
I
on.
watched her video of that one where the police were saying that Don and Candace passed the lie detector test, because
Yeah.
I even shared it to
That
my
makes me
Summers
want to
group,
cry,
you
guys. I
know.
really want to cry. Like, I can't stand for
Thank you,
nobody.
Robin.
That breaks my heart for Candace to hurt like
Thank
that.
you,
And
Miss
Don,
Chewy.
not just Candace is hurting, but Don is hurting you all. He's just a man, and he's showing a different. Men show things differently than women do. Let me see if I can grab a link. Where do you get a
Yeah,
link at on the video? Where's your link
That
at?
damn
Miss
cover,
Chewy
man.
is sharing it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Chewy.
Chewy. Yeah, Rhonda wants you to
Chewy.
play that again where it said that where
The police thing?
the policeman?
Oh, that door's open. It's my grandson. It scared the far out of me.
You thought it was the
AJ's coming up. Sorry about
Hey,
that, AJ.
AJ.
You brought the two back together. I hope so, because friends like that you just don't find every single day. Candace is hurting. That little baby girl loves Candace. She was like, I love you, Candace. Hi, Candace. You guys,
They needed each other. This was not this is not by just accident. God set this up for them to
We
be
did
back
listen
together.
to every word Lawson said in the video.
And
I've
Don
been
too,
heard
you
that
all.
before.
Wait, I think
You
I put the
know,
wrong.
Lawson is so deceiving. When he said, some of the stuff that I've heard him say, no law enforcement would say that kind of stuff. He's not like.
He reminds me of the police officer from Old Brother, Where Art Thou?
Me too, always.
He
Ellie, me
does,
too.
you guys. But for that woman that come in that house, that traveled all the way from Ohio, that crazy woman,
I agree,
to come in
Wisconsin
that house
mama.
like that and say that she knew where Summer was at, and them law come and did not look more into that, I don't understand that.
What?
True
When did this happen?
This happened while Don was in jail. I guess Kathy was up there with her, and this crazy lady from Ohio traveled all the way down here to Tennessee, busted through their door, said that she knew where Summer was and what happened to Summer. They called the law, and the law just took the lady off and let her go. Allegedly didn't look into it too much, and the woman come back and got her water bottle. Went back to the house again.
What nerve?
She was a crazy lady.
That's
Hi,
crazy.
AJ.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
Good. How you doing, pretty lady?
I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Candace broke my heart.
Button, please. I'm gonna run to the bathroom right quick. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay.
You know,
I think
she's showing.
all of the chat was crying.
I think that Candace showing us what we've all wanted to see in a long time now, and just recently. And she, like Wisconsin Mama said, she's a broken mama.
Mm-hmm.
She is. I mean, like I said on one of my videos, like she's been probably that little angel's been so friendly to somebody, and somebody took advantage and just took her.
Yep. Well, and we see a lot of examples of that.
Yeah.
Like Athena's case, little Monkey Vaughn's case.
Oh, little monkey. Oh, he's
I'm
another
telling
one.
you. Yeah.
He's another one.
And those are just two examples of other rural area abductions.
Yep. You don't know your neighbors. You think you do, but you don't.
Exactly.
You think they're the most nice person on earth, but you don't know what's inside.
That's right. And I have a feeling they're looking for the driver of the red Toyota Tacoma for a reason. They've never cleared that truck. Never. It is the request is still an open request to please come talk to law enforcement about something that they may have seen.
It's like this girl who's come up. First she thought she was Summer. I mean, not Summer, sorry. She thought it was Madeline, but she's not Madeline. But now she thinks she's someone else.
Oh,
and her parents are refusing to take a DNA test. Why?
Oh, you mean the one the Madeline came? They won't do a DNA on her.
Yeah.
That doesn't make no sense, does it?
No.
No. I mean, she's taken the DNA, but the people who are looking after her, who say they're the mother and father, they said, we got birth certificates and everything. And then they turned around and said, no, we don't have to take a DNA. Well, if she is your daughter, take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would they not do that?
Exactly.
Even though she does look like that mommy. Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, she does look like her.
Look like that mommy. She looks
Yeah,
just like her.
Rhonda wants us to listen to what Ronnie Lawson said again.
Yep.
Oh, want me to bring Christine's up? Okay, let me bring Christine's video back up again. Hang on, y'all.
Sometimes we hear it, but we just sometimes need like a refresher course, not with all the word salad that's in the middle of it. Sometimes we just need to hear the important portions of a news clipping, because sometimes we miss it.
Right. Here we go, y'all.
Okay.
Can somebody put my membership link?
You would think if somebody had saw something, they would come forward, even if they just had the truck and didn't see anything. But like I said before, it may be somebody that has paid no attention to this, or maybe somebody that's got a criminal record and was driving wasn't supposed to be driving too.
Months later, that truck and its driver haven't been identified, but we learned more about the person who gave the information about the truck.
It was somebody driving a company truck that a lot of officers here are familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually saw it.
It's definitely connected. There are so many pieces of this puzzle they just haven't figured out yet. But another interesting thing, Marnie, he did confirm for me today that both of Summer's parents did pass a polygraph test.
Which is something I know a lot of people have wondered.
Interesting thing, Marnie, he did confirm for me today that both of Summer's parents
did pass a polygraph test. Did pass a polygraph test. Did pass a polygraph test.
other than her walking outside the house and not being found is basically the main thing right now. And what actually happened to her, we're still trying to find out.
Good night, Indica. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel if you would like to. Thank you.
Christine, isn't there a video where
in the dark by herself?
The driver, 31-year-old Tanner Horner, is now charged with capital murder and aggravated kidnapping and could face the death penalty. This morning, stunning new details about his motive for the horrific crime. According to the arrest warrant obtained by NBC News, Horner told police he was delivering a package to the home when he accidentally hit Athena with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. Horner says he panicked, fearing Athena would tell on him. He then kidnapped and killed her, dumping her body on a riverbank.
About the person who gave the information about the truck.
There was somebody driving a company truck that a lot of officers here are familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually saw it.
And we believe that he actually saw it. And we believe that he actually saw it.
So what?
Actually happened to her, we're still trying to find out.
He don't say what scene.
Yeah.
What he
So
said
what?
saw it. What's it? We don't know.
Kidnapping what?
Yeah.
Obviously, so she needs a cigarette. That was good. See, y'all heard that. So evidently he knew the person. They believe that he actually saw the red truck. Wow, Christine. That's a good catch. I just now caught that.
Yep. That's what I mean. So when that's remember when we always say go back and listen, and so you just have to clear your mind and really listen to what they're saying, and when
You
you do
always have
that
to go.
you can catch
You
these little
always
things.
have to go back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
Always.
is that we have brutally ripped these parents inside out and upside down on the YouTube streets, me included. And I am sorry for that. And if I could go back and change that, I would. But now it's time for us to look other places, because we've already examined Don and Candace all throughout. And they're still, even though they was told to stay off YouTube, they still want to come out on here and put their daughter's name out there. And that says a lot to me, because what are they to gain? They're getting all kinds of hell from people. So, but they continue to put their baby's name out here. And I think we can all agree that Summer's case was being put in the sidelines for a while when all these other cases come on, the Idaho 4, Quentin Simon, all these other cases. And Don brought it back to life. Even though he'd come on mad and he gets upset about that, he brought it back to the YouTube, brought our attention back to Summer, and the focus back onto Summer again.
In a positive way this time.
Yes, in a positive way. He did wake up YouTube. Listen, Don don't play. He don't play. I'm sorry, y'all. He does not play.
He says what's on his mind.
Yeah, he loves his children, all of them, not just Summer, the boys too. He is grieving over Summer. He is grieving over them boys. Him and Candace,
I think that's what he means too, Rhonda. Yep.
Is breaking.
Yeah, read that what Tracy put up there, that John Davis True Crime put out a video of the red truck driving right behind Lawson.
Well,
I mean, trucks though.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of red trucks. So
going
the
on?
person has to come forward, and they may just be like you said. They
Candace has been
may
on here talking about Summer, and we were talking about the incident of the crazy woman from Ohio that busted in their door and said she knew where Summer was, yet the police came and took her away. And I'm not saying they didn't check into it. I'm just saying I don't know if they did, but I think that should have definitely been said. Definitely something to look into for sure. When I listened to it with caption, it says 5 officers knew the gentleman. What gentleman are they talking about? The guy that saw the red truck totem pole. They knew that the person that I identified so it actually was confirmed a red truck, right?
Yes.
Did Jody Sue say she saw a red truck too?
Jody Sue said she's either a maroon or red vehicle. I don't know if she said truck,
I know,
but she did say vehicle.
Jody Sue said a lot of things.
What if Jody Sue is telling the truth? What if we have attacked all these people and they were telling the truth? Do you know how bad I would feel? Like, especially with Jody Sue, because I give her a hard time.
Jody Sue has to know.
Even though I think she's funny, I love watching her critique my lives when she plays.
She blocked me from her channel today.
I
went in there.
Why?
I went in there to ask a couple questions. She blocked me. I don't know.
Did
I
not
just told her
hold.
that I said I
Thank
was
you.
sorry that, she's been hurt by all the, like creators saying stuff about her and that I hope that her heart finds peace. And she blocked me.
Was it her or was it her mods?
No, it was her. It was her. I don't know. I guess she don't like me for some reason. I don't know why.
Funny. You need a comedy
That's
show.
okay.
She really is. She really does. Whether she had anything to do with it or not, maybe she did see a red truck. Maybe she did hear a scream. Daisy, look at the message I sent
Okay,
you.
Teresa, you're out of here, sister. You're out of here. Sorry.
Christine,
Yes.
isn't there a video of
seen it yet?
One of the officers, or I don't know who that now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Not got it yet.
Something about some abduction
Maybe it'll
is
show
not
it in a
off the
minute.
table.
Yeah, abduction is not off the table. And
Can you just
if you
send me
guys
a
want
thumbs up so I can get it always late? So it'll pop back up. Just send me a thumbs up and it'll pop. It should pop back up on the chat. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. I was just saying, if you want to play that little portion of where it says that actually John Pruitt says that abduction is possible. That's what he says.
John Pruitt
He
is the
says
one that
that.
said it.
John Pruitt says abduction is possible. So
USB's mom has a red
he is
truck.
the lead detective on this case through
Frankie.
Hawkins County. And just so everybody, if you're new coming in, Don wants everyone to know, and I had just got off the phone with him before I got on the live with Daisy. He wants this message to be sent out that no one is to be searching on his property. It's private property. And someone had said that Don gave permission to some lady to come search on March the 17th, which is not true. He said anyone that is coming up on the property will be cited for trespassing and will be escorted off of the property by the police. There will be police there. And so just to let whoever is deciding that they want to come up and trespass, that, just know that you will be met by the police officers, and you will be escorted off, and you will be charged with trespassing. So just so you all know.
Unless you want a gun
that are
on your
allowed up
bum.
there is the law
gonna have to put
enforcement,
that in my group.
TBI, FBI, their PIs, and people that they personally invite. That's it.
Always late. Can I show that what you just sent me?
March 13th.
Can I show that
I gotta
on
put
here?
it in
Do
my
you care if
group.
I show it? I won't show your name or nothing. I'll just show what you sent me. I'm sorry,
March
Candace.
13th.
She will soon come home. I was like, Donnie, mine was up. Hang on. I'm getting a call.
Okay.
It.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hate to say that, but Don, you're
y'all.
welcome. It was important for Don to have that message put out there because he does not want any strangers coming up on his property.
There shouldn't be anyone.
I just want to say one thing though, for any of you clip channels out here that's saying something about my daughter putting my Cash App out in the chat. Yes, I told her she could do that because she wants to go to school, and that's going to be her way of paying for school. So I told her she could put
Oh.
her Cash App out there, and collect money for going to school. She wants to go to hair school. And so that's why she was putting it out. If you don't like it, get over it. I'm not the only channel that does that.
Exactly.
So that's why I don't normally put it out for myself. That is for my daughter. She wants to go to beauty school, and that's how she's gonna try to pay for beauty school.
God is
So
love. I feel you.
go ahead and clip it all you want. There was people in here talking about it earlier, and I had to block. So I'm sure those clip channels will grab it. But for anybody that wouldn't care or can, I'll put it out here in the chat. If anybody wants to, it's okay. That's my daughter. There it is.
No, Don's not going to pull a gun on no one. That's why the police will be there to escort anyone up there that is not welcomed by the Wells. So there will be a
Don
police
can't
there,
have a gun.
and you
Thank
will
you,
be charged for
Daisy.
trespassing.
Right.
Daisy, can
Absolutely.
you play that part where Pruitt talks about abduction?
Do we have that, Christine?
Yeah,
Ooh, it's warm in here.
It's in the video where it says, what if, let me see. I can't remember. Let me go look.
Fancy Nancy.
Yeah.
Fancy
That's why
Nancy.
she was putting it in here. Not for me. It was for her.
I know
So
that name, Fancy Nancy.
she's funny. My
So
daughter is.
it's at the very beginning of it says abduction possible. Let's hear what John Pruitt says.
Melanie,
And it's right at the very
property has
beginning.
been searched over and over and over more than 11 times. Why would they want people on their property again?
Strangers at that.
Right.
Only one that should be searching is TBI, FBI, Hawkins County, or their PIs. That's it.
Right.
Only ones that should be on their property are the ones that they have invited.
I was like, did she say I could play that? What she just sent me about the red truck. I looked over there. I just know that these.
I had a ladybug crawling on me. I thought, what the heck is that?
Miss Daisy, maybe just type the address in and not show the clip. Okay, I'm going to just talk about it right now. Then,
What'd you say?
hang on.
My husband's
So
making fun of me.
she got this from Ziggy's live. It's an address of the red truck. That's Marlena. I don't know if we should show that a Marlena address. No, I don't think that would be a good idea either. But they do. There is a red truck connected to Marlena. So, thank you, Rhonda Lynn. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Rhonda Lynn.
Woohoo,
Cowbell.
Thank you, Rhonda Lynn. Bless you. Bless you so much. Thank you. I just thought she could put her Cash App out
I
here.
don't think Marlena has anything to do with Summers missing.
Well, my
Ladybugs, good luck.
Was
Well, I thought it was a spider girl. It was a ladybug.
I've been searched 7 times. Yeah, they can overlook everything. They can definitely overlook everything. No doubt about that. So what did you all want me to show? Yeah, I'd be afraid. I don't.
Where John Pruitt says that abduction is not off the table.
Right.
It's at the beginning.
Okay, hang on just a second.
You don't have to play the whole thing. It just shows abductions. Well, I will say this, if you wanted to play the last story, this guy was crazy cray. And
which one was it?
It's the very last abduction story. And my gosh. Huh?
Oh, it's the last one before this one? The one with the guy in the woods?
You mean the video?
The video with the guy in the woods?
Yeah, it should say
let's hear what Detective John Pruitt has to say.
Oh, that's what it says?
Mm-hmm. That's the title.
Yeah, she can. Christine does her job.
Yes, I do. And I would
sitting
never put
there-
something out there that I didn't think was 100% the truth.
Sitting there all beautiful at her office and thinking about summer.
Let's see what John Pruitt has. Are you sure that's the title to it?
Does it say John Pruitt on it?
I'm not seeing it.
Let me see. It says abductions. Something about
Good night,
abductions.
Ellie, children in danger, national hand signal. That
Nope,
it?
not that one. Nope.
Attention TBI, Hawkins County, you're going to want to see this.
Nope, not that one. Let me see.
Let me go. Hang on. Let me go on your videos right quick. I wasn't even on your videos.
Yeah.
Oh, abduction. Okay, here it is. Just play the first part of it.
Yeah, John Pruitt's over there talking at the first part.
Let me pull that up. Abductions. Okay, here we go.
You can fast forward all the fluffy stuff.
Now,
if
y'all
you want.
listen
You'll
to
see him
this,
start
everybody.
talking.
I love hearing her.
Data, electronic data. We chase down every credible lead that done.
Scenarios of what happened the night of June 15th continue to grow.
The wandering away, sneaking off to go play or whatever she may have done, that is a viable option.
The night she went missing, authorities said she walked away from her house. The following day, an Amber Alert was issued.
People are probably tired of hearing this. All possibilities are on the table. We're not completely eliminating the abduction idea.
Through data.
We have gone through.
What's he say?
That's
They're
it.
not completely eliminating the
Credible lead
abduction.
that has been given to us, and we are still not much further along than when we started. Surveillance videos, GPS locations, cell phone tracking, cell phone data, electronic data, anything that we could think of to get her hands on.
There
We
you go.
found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside.
Hear that? Abducted or
I just wish she
trafficked
was in
out
jail.
of the
I really do.
area.
I think
That
she's
means
a
he believes that
despicable
she's
woman.
still in the area.
Yeah.
Miss Julie, I'll message you after the live, okay, baby?
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You want me to fast forward on this one, or just?
That's it. That's all that they wanted to hear. Was the abduction part. And he says that there's no evidence to believe that she was trafficked or abducted out of the area. Not at all. He says out of the area. That's
So
the key word. Out of the area.
Might still be in the area, maybe?
Yes, that's why they're looking right there on Fields Road.
Probably
So
they
when you
haven't looked in all the houses.
when people listen to parts of it, you got to listen to the whole thing. So when he says, that's why he said that abduction is not off the table, is because he's saying, yes, she could have been abducted, but also what he is saying is there's no evidence that she has been trafficked or abducted out of the area, meaning she's still in the area,
right?
In their belief. That's why they're looking on Fields Road.
That's so scary for that crazy woman.
And I'll tell you what, if I was Hawkins County, I'd be looking very, very diligently, because that means Summer's been abducted. Who's next? Because this person, whoever took her, is not going to stop at just Summer. If he gets away with this, he's going to do another one.
He's going to do another one, but whoever it is will leave a long gap and then do it again.
They're looking in a lake right now in Kingsport for a missing person. They said the person went missing in February, but it makes you wonder why didn't they tell the name? It was not mentioned, but it come across on my thing today that in Kingsport, in a lake in Kingsport. They're looking for a missing person. There's a lot of missing kids in this last year in Kingsport. So
Yeah.
who's to say that they haven't done it again?
Mhm. Exactly. And so,
Find that.
I feel like that's if that was my community, I would be, if I was the parents in this community, I'd be highly, highly concerned.
Why does
Ugh.
Fields Road ring a bell to me?
Who?
Why does that Fields Road? Who used to stay there? Fields Road.
Well, there's the Bernards on. They've got property on
That's
Fields
what
Road.
it
There's a
is.
bunch of people
That's
on.
who it is.
Yeah, there's
Well,
but their property is way in the very back where it turns into where it's
I'm going to bring
it's
up
just
a
like
list
a
of all these people that's missing in Kingsport right now, just so I can show you guys. In
see
Kingsport,
something.
Zero
No,
evidence
Angie.
of abduction,
There.
$53.
CCTV in
Last
the
seen
Did
in
you just
area.
not hear what John Pruitt just said?
Mary 71,
Y'all gotta
52,
listen. You can't just come out and say
22,
zero evidence. They just said that
23
there
year
was.
old, 11
Hey,
year
Daisy,
old
can
went
you
missing.
play that again for Angie Lee?
Oh yeah, Let me finish this and then I'll pull it back up. Okay.
Okay,
We
not
got
the
11
other one, but the abduction part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I took it down to bring this up. I'll bring it back up here in a minute. So she went missing in 2000. She would be 31 now. Wow.
Oh,
Long hair.
wow.
Wow. 21-year-old went missing in 2006.
There's a lot of sick people out there.
Oh, here's a 7-year-old that went missing. That's in Sevierville of this year, or no, 2020. Wow.
Obviously, you do
That
need
was
to hear it
before
again,
summer.
Angie.
Yeah. Here's another one in Sevierville. Luke, is that the same one? Andrew and Lucas. Look, they look almost identical. A
They got the
5-year-old
same
and a
Are
last
they
7.
name.
brothers?
They're
Are they
brothers.
brothers?
They're brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. 16-year-old, 2020. 15-year-old, 2019. Still haven't found her. Wait, it's not been updated. A 6-year-old would be 18 in 2008. 2008, a 1-year-old would be 13. Never has been found. Wow. An 80-year-old, a 36-year-old, a 30-year-old, Bristol, Virginia. Gate City, 30-year-old. That's Kingsport. 81-year-old. Let's see how many other children. I think that's all. I thought there'd be more children. Well, maybe they found all those kids this year. Wow.
Sad.
But they found Evelyn Ball as well, so we can't really say. So you want me to bring up the thing we just did again, Christine?
Yeah, just the part that where John Pruitt says that abduction is on the table.
Okay. Oh, I love me a good thunderstorm. I hope it thunderstorms the rest of the night. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning and I'll pull it back
Yeah, I
up.
did, Melanie. I sure did. But you
How
know
many
what?
of y'all think that
I
go
don't
ahead.
do that anymore, Melanie.
How many of y'all think that Ronnie Lawson looks like the sheriff from Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Has been given to us, and we are still not much longer than when we started. Surveillance videos, GPS locations, cell phone tracking, cell phone data, electronic data, anything that we could think of to get her hands on. Because we found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
It works alongside.
Just
get down.
I just wish she was in jail. I really do. I think she's a despicable woman. I apologize. Yeah.
You have to go back a little bit more towards the beginning. But he says out of the area. That doesn't mean
Scenarios of what happened the night of June 15th continue to grow.
The wandering away, sneaking off to go play or whatever she may have done, that is a viable option.
The night she went missing, authorities said she walked away from her house. The following day, an Amber Alert was issued.
People are probably tired of hearing this. All possibilities are on the table. We're not completely eliminating the abduction idea.
What did he
We
say?
have gone through reams and reams of data. We've collected statements. We've chased down every credible lead that has been given to us. And we are still not much further along than when we started. Surveillance videos, GPS locations, cell phone tracking, cell phone data, electronic data, anything that we could think of to get her hands on. We found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside
Out of
Just-
the area.
I just wish she
Out
was
of
in
the
jail. I really
area.
do. I think she's a
That is a
That's
key
why
word.
they're
isn't it?
looking on. Yes, that's why they're looking on Fields Road. There must be a tip, or there's something that somebody's seen, or maybe she's on a camera, or something that causes them to look over and over on Fields Road, over
Right.
and over.
Well, there's definitely trafficking in Tennessee. So I hate to think that they would have done that,
But
somebody
not only
did-
did he say trafficking, he also said abducted. He said abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Mm.
Nothing leads
Well,
them
look
to
at-
believe that she has been abducted or trafficked out of the area. Out of the
I
area
think
is your
she's
key
still.
words.
Just imagine she's right underneath their noses.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Right.
Baby Monkey was. I mean, he was right down the
Yep.
road.
Yep.
And
Sometimes you don't have to look far.
No,
yeah,
It can be right next door, and you don't know.
right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, I just popped on to say hi, and
thank
Candace broke my heart when she started to cry.
She didn't
Oh,
have to.
yeah. God bless her.
She's
I
been
hope
so
she
brave.
gets. I don't know why, but I can tell that Candace is has a bit of a disability.
Oh, I don't know.
And I think so.
I
Because
just
if she
we do
can't
know
be
she
by
had
herself,
a stroke. I think she had like
Sweet D.
didn't she have a stroke after summer?
She did. She had a stroke, and she does have some heart issues with her arrhythmia of her heart. She has an enlarged heart, what Dawn said too. So yeah, it's just taking a toll on her, y'all. It
yeah.
has taken a huge toll on both her and Dawn.
Study who.
And people can say, "Oh, well, you want to feel sorry for Dawn and Candace?" No, I'm going to feel sorry for Dawn and Candace. I don't believe they hurt their baby. Candace, why would Candace get up here and plead for her baby? If she didn't, I mean, what is it gaining anything? She's been attacked. She's been ripped upside down, inside out, but she still wants to come out here and talk about her baby girl. And you have to give her credit for that. You have to say, hey, her and Don both are out here keeping their little baby's name out here.
And as you heard, she said she has been out there passing flyers out.
And I'll be honest
Her
with
and
you.
Kathy and Robin and Dawn, all of them have been passing flyers up and down that place.
Yeah.
I told
Kathy
I
said
told
it.
y'all what
you.
Don. I told y'all what Don told me, that he has been, and every time he leaves to go to work, he'll put a flyer out there.
Yeah. Kathy said that her and Candace did it together, so that they went and put out flyers themselves. But see, people says that, oh, she's not doing this and she's not doing that. Well, you know what? If your daughter was missing for 20 months and the worst case scenario went through your mind all the time, I wouldn't want to get out there in them woods and look at all, because I wouldn't
Me
want to come
too,
up on
Lickety Spot.
something that would be horrific. And, Christine started to say that one day to Candace, and she stopped her and she said, don't even say that, didn't she, Christine? Because
she did.
Hear the thought of Summer being found like that. She started crying.
Tree, that was then. And that's when they were
And
drinking.
if y'all go back and watch prayer gardens where Candace was on prayer gardens that one time. Candace cried when she found out what Jody Sue said about Summer dying on Saturday. I think Prayer Garden played it for her or told her. I'm not for sure. But Candace started crying. That stuff's not easy to hear when you've got a missing child. That is her
No,
baby.
it's not.
That baby for 9 months. She raised that baby for 5 years. That was her everything. Let me bring up her Facebook. I want to show you her old Facebook before Summer went missing. I want to show you when people says that she hang on. People says, oh well, she hated Summer, da 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 da. She was jealous of Summer. No, that's not what I found when I went on her Facebook. That's absolutely not what I found. Let me bring it up. I found just the opposite. Look at her background, her children. Let's go back. Look, March 2012, 2021. Oh, them kids never ate. Look, them kids are eating at Chili's. Them kids are having the time of their life. Look at all that food. Look at all that food. They're having a good time at Chili's.
I told you, Candace
Look,
took them
there's
out all the
Summer
time.
and there's Josie. They're eating at Chili's. Chili's ain't cheap. Chili's is not cheap at all. I wanted to show you all this other thing here too that Candace put out about Summer. Right here it is. March 11th, 2021. Candace Bly, my daughter. This was before Summer went missing. My daughter, she's my best friend. I'm not sure what I did to deserve her, but I thank God every day for her. She's wonderful, strong, and I could not imagine my life without her. I love her so much. Okay. Here's another one. March 10th, 2021 of Summer. Let's see what else she put. There's more there. There's some about her boys too. I want to find the birthday one. Let's see. When Summer turned 5, she posted one too. Summer, hang on.
Why do y'all?
The love between a mommy and a son is forever. Hang on. She likes camping. There's where she took the kids to the falls. Hang on. Candace there. There's her red car. Look, she made this video. This is February 5th, 2019, of her and her kids and Grandma Candy. Look at how cute they are. She took them and did everything with them. Look, Adidas, Old Navy, Under Armour. That stuff is not cheap. By all means, those clothes are not cheap. This is Summer's birthday here. She said, happy birthday, my baby girl, Summer Wells. We all love you. This was her 5th birthday party that they had with her. This was her last birthday party before she went missing. So tell me that she made this video. I love my kids. January 30th, 2019. And it has all the kids. Are y'all listening to me?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me that she didn't love her kids, y'all. It's all over her Facebook before Summer went missing.
How could a mother not love their children?
Her and Don both did. They loved them.
Well, some mothers don't. There's horrid stories out there.
There's awful stories there. She made this video. She's got every one of her kids in this video here. I actually made a video off of that for her. I can't play it because I'll get a copyright strike, but it's on my Facebook. It's on my YouTube.
I live by myself in a one
What
bedroom,
kids?
and
Yeah.
my apartment is not the cleanest.
Look at Waylon.
Trust
I think Waylon looks the most like Candace. He's like Summer. He's little like Summer.
They
I
had
I don't
beautiful
know. I've
babies.
never been up there, JoJo. I don't know. I know. I don't know. Some people say they have cell phone services. Some people said they don't have cell phone service. That I'm not 100% sure. All she's
Which
doing is
can
speaking
be
up for her
deceiving.
daughter, just
Their
like a
Right,
parent
children.
Miss
would.
Daisy, I have to go.
Okay.
Nice talking to you girls.
Nice talking to you too.
And
Thank you for
please
coming out.
sub and subscribe to my channel if you want to.
Okay, what's your channel?
Okay.
AJ Glam.
Yeah, AJ, I've changed it now. It's called AJ Glam Crime and Glam.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Okay then, ladies. You have a good night.
Okay, thank you. You
Bye,
have one
AJ.
too.
Thank you. Bye.
Where did Jinkies go? Listening to her giggles,
She
you
dropped
can
off.
tell she's a happy
Many
girl.
people use
Yeah, she's a
Facebook
very
to
happy
paint a
girl.
picture.
I mean, in
Mhm.
most of her videos, she's laughing and playing and splashing. What caught the most in my attention when I first started my YouTube channel, I thought they were innocent too. And so I was pro Donna Candace. And what got me is when she was doing the interview with Chris Madonna, she was telling Chris Madonna that Hunter was splashing Summer in the face and that she told him to stop because Summer didn't like that. To me, that said she was very protective. I remember that from the beginning. That's why when I started, I thought she was innocent. And then I got on the YouTube streets, and you know how the rumor mill starts, and you're like, oh, is that true? And now I've learned that not everything you hear is the truth on YouTube, especially when they're saying it about you. And I've been one of those people, me and Christine both, is that they've said stuff about us that we absolutely know is not true. It's a joke. It's a flat lie, a twist. It's evil, but people has put it out there and twisted it and made it look like we are the most horrible people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, huh?
Always late, like I said, I have a one bedroom apartment and I've been in my apartment for 5 years, and my apartment is not clean, period. You want to talk about you don't like the filth, you should come and see my one bedroom apartment that should be immaculate, but I have dust bunnies
Ooh, it's
everywhere in
storming out,
every
y'all.
corner.
Ooh, I like a good
Get him,
storm.
Chewy. We're gonna send Chewy over there on him. No, I'm just kidding.
It's chewy, 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 chewy.
Chewy don't play around. She protects her girls.
Yeah.
She knows us. She's met us in person. We've met her in person. She knows.
Look, my
She knows we're
cat
good people.
my cat was flea infested, okay? I did this. I got the fleas out of my apartment, and y'all are talking about, some people are in chat
Yeah.
talking about the filth of their house. Well, they're
My
getting it
Summer
together.
listed in the missing person.
I will tell you, her tears are real for Summer. You know what I think parts of their problems were earlier on is they were going through the shock
That was
of
chewy.
losing Summer. They were going through the shock of, their boys gone. And they were going through the shock of being attacked by all the YouTubers, the creators that were putting them in bad light. And I just think that they thought, well, they're going to talk about us anyway, so let's give them something to talk about. It still kept Summer's
Exactly,
name
though.
out there, did it not?
Country dirt don't hurt, honey. Them country kids that run around barefoot and dirty, they have immune systems of steel. They
Hey,
absolutely have immune systems of steel. I
I
can
am a
never remember getting sick
'61-year-old
when I was
woman and I
little.
hate shoes.
I'd be embarrassed to say my house was filthy if it was. I didn't think the house was that bad myself. It was a little cluttered, but let me tell you something. I grew up in a way worse house than that ever was. And like I said, and I'm going to put this out there. Christine might try to tell me not to, but I'm going to put it out there for Don's
Oh
sake.
Lord. What we doing?
Mary has been going around from channel to channel hopping and attacking Don. I feel like that she has, in my opinion,
My dogs
why?
are playing.
Why? Why is she attacking Don? Why? She's went on the biggest platform there is, right? Why does she continue on? And then the other day she was attacking Margie. She was saying things about a Margie, in my opinion. It's my opinion. In my opinion only. I watched her and she was saying that what Margie was saying was untrue. Well, how does she know that? So if you really called the CPS back in those days because of what was told to you, why are you just now coming out with all this? Why didn't this come out from the beginning, right? Okay, I'm going to put this out here because it was told to us by a person, not Dawn, but by a person. Should I?
No. If you
I'm
have to
just going
ask,
to put
should
this
I?
out
The answer
here.
is no.
She might be a victim. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying that's between her and Dawn. They're both grown people.
Don't do it.
Okay, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to say this: people ain't always who they say they are on YouTube. They have a
Look at you,
past.
Wisconsin mama. Stop. Look, they're all
What's the
like, do
thing?
it.
Do
They're
it,
all
Daisy.
saying, do
Do
it.
it.
No, don't do it. No, don't do it. Look,
I
they're all
don't want to
saying,
do it
yes,
because I
do
don't
it.
want to. Like she is, and
No.
this is my opinion. She is ripping Dawn to pieces. Like it's not just an agenda to get this out there. She's got it out there. Why do you keep going from one channel to the other? Just continuing on. It is clouding the case, right? So just always think that sometimes people lie and sometimes people ain't who the great person that they pretend to be. They might have a little skeletons there in their closet that they're not telling, but we know, and out of respect, I'm not going to do it.
Look, like you said,
I'm just
just
not
say it,
that kind
Daisy.
of person.
Don't do it,
Because
Daisy.
I
Take the
feel like
high
they're
road.
adult. I'm going to. They're adults, and they know, her and Don. Whatever happened between her and Don needs to work out between her and Don. But for her to channel hop and then go after, that story of Margie's wasn't hers to tell. That was not hers to tell. And I believe Margie. I do believe her. Now, some people say stuff because they can't tell you everything because they don't want people to know their business.
Right.
And that's why they
exactly
say
right.
certain things. And the person that said it, I'm sure they wouldn't care for us to tell it, but I'm not going to because I'm not like that. I'm not that person. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. Some people are not perfect. And when they're throwing stones at others, they better look at themselves. Like Jesus said, those who without sin, may them cast them first stones. So, yeah, she's not a relation to Margie.
No.
And she did not raise Margie and Donnie.
No.
We know that. So how would she have had access to them? So,
and she didn't even know Summer.
Allegedly she didn't. But Don was married and she had to know Don had kids. So why didn't she step up then? Why is it all about it now? Like I'm not trying to bash her for what she'd went through. If she had her experience, that's between her and Don. I am a victim of SA myself, believe it or not, a bad of not just SA but abuse as well. And I'm not saying that it's acceptable at all, but I know that the person, like, I would confront the person if I felt like it. I've never confronted that person, but I know this, I'm not going to go on a bloodhound. I'm not going for blood. And I feel like in my opinion, I feel like Mary is definitely going for blood. I feel like there's more of an agenda there, in my opinion. And so let's just say the story about her trying to buy Margie is bull, when there was other things happening in her life. So I'm leaving it at there. I'm not saying no more. I'm being respectful. And so I'm not, and listen, I know she's going for blood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you go panel hopping and you're just continuously, I mean, what is being said on these panels? Dawn could sue the crap out of her. Margie could sue the crap out of her. Pam could sue the crap out of her. But Don don't want to hurt her like that. He don't want to hurt her. These people that hurt Don and Candace, believe it or not, they don't want to hurt these people back. That tells you a lot. The only thing Don wants to do is get out here and say, show your proof. Show your proof. If you have proof of this, show it.
That's right. That's right. And Don is a guy. He's a dad. He's a husband. You know, he's a son, and he feels like he has to protect his family and say stuff to people because they are just literally, you know, bashing his family, and that's hard for someone to sit there and watch that. So he comes up
Listen,
because
MC, that's not true. That's why listen, MC. We know something else that you all don't know, that we know that that's not true. We were told something else.
Exactly.
So why, listen, I can't say, I'm not going
Don't
to say
it. Yeah.
I'm
It
not
came
going to
out,
say it
just
for
know that it
respect.
came out of the horse's mouth. And
Like
there
I
you
said,
go.
not everybody, like, don't throw stones at people if you've got stones to be thrown at you. I'm just saying that, just saying. I just got a text or something from
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, so there you go. And I'm leaving it at that. I'm just leaving it at that. I'm
There you
not
go.
gonna say no more because I don't.
Well,
My
some people, even if you bring
self-esteem-
out the proof and you bring out the recording and blah, 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 still people are going to be like, well, how do we know it was her? How do we didn't see her face. We didn't see this. We didn't see that. So, you know, you tell it if they believe you, fine. If they don't, fine. I mean, that's all you
And
can do.
another thing about CM too, you know, he's done a lot for Monkey's case, but I felt like he pushed the narrative on Summer's case because Don hurt his ego. That's what I think. Don hurt his ego and he pushed that narrative. That's my opinion. Um, he doesn't have a perfect past either. He's made big mistakes, big mistakes that cost a young man his life for a few years in prison. Allegedly. I've heard. So
Allegedly.
This is all allegedly, but you can't go into it like he did and push that narrative. You just can't. I feel like that he did. I felt like in the interview when he was doing the interview with Candace that he really thought Candace was innocent. But Don come back and him and Don had words, and I think he kind of pushed it. I'm sorry. I mean, I respect him. But and for what he's done for Monkey and what he's done, but he's made a lot of money off Summer's case. A lot of money off Summer's case. And I've not seen no billboards, no nothing. All I've seen is a little sticker on the tree up there from the interview room. How much money did he make off that interview with Don and Candace when they opened up their home to the whole world to be criticized because of his interview with them? They opened up the whole world to their home, their privacy of their home. Right, right. You're right, Tracy. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Those who cast stones need stones cast at them. That's my new saying. And so they've got skeletons in their yeah, he belittled Candace. I agree too. He done. It done out, Miss Daisy. What does that mean? It done out.
You guys, it's okay if you don't agree. It's just your delivery of your opinion. You can have an
Listen,
opinion respectfully, but and that's okay.
we all make mistakes. We all have skeletons in our closet. But when you have just about as skeletons in your closet as another person and you are ripping that person apart, that's not fair. You're
Well,
going
here's
for
my
blood.
motto. I'd rather us all be nice and find out there's guilt than to rip a family apart and tear them apart and find out they're innocent.
And go for blood.
I mean, that's just me. That's just my opinion. But I would rather it be that scenario. It doesn't, listen, it is better to be kinder to someone. What's it going to cost you?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
It'll cost everything if you're hateful and you destroy a family. That costs them everything. And it
Yeah,
costs
they're
you
skeleton.
everything. Than to be not kind to someone.
Right. We all make mistakes. Did Donna Candace make mistakes when Summer first went missing? Yes. But look, what they were both dealing with substance abuse at that time. They were being bombarded by not so much their good people. They had just everything was chaotic. Like
They were
Don said,
missing Summer.
everything.
They were missing their boys. They
They
had
hadn't
people
had
coming
time
up
to
on the
grieve.
properties. They had people going to their jobs. They had, I mean, I don't know how I don't know how they stayed so strong because, that some of those things were very horrific. I don't know if I could have handled that.
Right. And I understand that, God's girl. But just because their kids are missing doesn't mean that they're guilty. Because
Exactly.
what happened between him and Mary, right? Or Jeannie, doesn't
Lori
mean that
P's
they're
my girl.
guilty.
Lori P went to battle for me and Daisy.
I'm
I'll never
definitely not
forget that.
gonna change y'all's mind. Some of y'all are definitely got your mindset, and that's okay. But I'm just saying.
Laura P is
I
our
think
girl.
that she's going for the blood. My abusers, his nephew committed suicide. And I often wonder, was he had anything to do with that? But I've never said anything to him about it. If I did confront him about it, I definitely would not bring that up. I just don't go
We
out
love
for
you
the
too,
blood
Lori
like
P.
that. If you've been hurt, and listen, my abusers try to add me on Facebook and everything, and I've never confronted him. I've
Well,
never
you
told
remember
him.
my story. I
Yeah, you did
confronted my
confront
uncle.
us.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
confronted him. And let me tell you what, that weight off of my shoulders, I didn't know I had that much weight on my shoulders until I felt that release of the weight.
God's took mine away. Like that feeling of I've got to confront him or I hate him or anything. God's gave me peace, that kind of relief and peace that I need.
Gracie, get out of the bushes.
Where's Tracy at?
Gracie. Gracie said I feel safer in the bushes. Get out of the bushes,
I
Gracie.
cannot answer, Janice. Only law enforcement and CPS knows what happened there. Like I said, Donna Candace has made mistakes. We're not saying that, but that does not mean that they hurt Summer. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Fishing with Bryant. Yep. That's what country group. Listen, that's what country kids do. They eat dirt. They throw dirt. They make dirt piles. They make dirt holes.
That's true, God's girl. But she's going for blood. Like she's taken the focus, in my opinion, off Summer. Like she's told her story on the biggest platform out here. One of them. Chris Emma's got a big following, over 100K, 100,000K. And she's told it over and over again. But now she's going after Margie, Don's daughter. And she's saying that it's, she's going against, it's bad enough where Margie had to come out and speak up on YouTube. But now Mary is going after her and saying that she's not being truthful she's not really saying she's not being truthful. She's saying that it's still true. And that's traumatizing for a child to think something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. well, you guys heard it. We had Pam on here and White Boy had Margie. That's all we can do. You heard it out of the horse's mouth. If people believe it, fine. If they don't, fine.
When I was little, I would make mud pies and would eat them. And now you're probably healthier than anything, Miss Kathleen. I want to. Somebody left a message I want to address. Hang on.
Okay.
Beth Angel said CPS was knocking on the Wells door way before Summer got gone. But did they take the kids? Did they take them? No.
No.
Just like Chase and True said, they found no reasons to take Summer at that time. Molly, you're picking CPS failed Summer. I don't know. I don't know what all that was. I don't even know if CPS did come. Candace never told us that.
Never.
I've never asked Candace that.
Mm-mm.
I've lived in these East Tennessee mountains all my life, and I've always in dirt and creeks playing. It's our way of life. And running up mountains. I stayed in the mountains when I was young. When I was young, I lived in the mountains. I would come home from school and go in the mountains and stay till dark.
Shoot, my boys would be out there climbing up trees and doing all kinds of stuff. And one time I told one of my boys it was misting out, and I told them, don't be up there climbing on trees. What'd they do? They went outside, was climbing trees, and one of them fell. But they did it anyway. Kids do things and they don't listen to you, even if you tell them.
Right. Listen, I'm not saying that Mary didn't suffer from anything. I'm not I don't.
We're just saying she doesn't need to tell Margie's story. She could tell her own story, but she doesn't need to tell somebody else's story.
Right.
That's all.
That's what I think too. So, guys, that being said, I've been on here for 3 hours and 38 minutes. And I think we've had a good live. Always Late said she has to go smoke a cigarette now. Sherry didn't come on here. Where did Sherry come on here for?
Sherry, very. She was in here at the beginning.
I know.
She must not be feeling good still.
I know. So if y'all have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button because it helps my channel grow. If you've not been a member, please consider being a member to my channel. And Candace and Dawn,
don't forget about the miracle that you guys seen today. The little blessing. Reuniting two friends.
Yeah, so Candace and Dawn, we're here for you. We've got your back. We love you guys. Hugs and prayers. Always.
Laura said, oh heck, I just got back.
You can, if y'all haven't watched my live from earlier with the cows, I suggest go watch the cow video. It'll take some anxiety away from this live. Did you see it, Christine?
No, I didn't get a chance to. As
I
soon as we
was
get
out
off,
there
I'll
with
watch it.
Whiskey and Bonnie
You're
and
welcome,
Baby
True
G.
Crime. Thank you, True
So
Crime. Yay.
I love you
I think
guys.
that's funny. She just got back and we're going off.
I'm sorry, you guys, but I've been on here for a while and I think we've had a really good live.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
That
do
was a
your
good
click
live.
channels, guys. I'm glad I'm giving y'all content. Just give me a little credit, even if it's a bad credit. Give me some damn credit, okay? If you're gonna click
Blessed
my views,
moment. Even if they do clip you, they're
I
gonna
can
see a
assure you I
blessing.
don't watch it anyway. So people send
Mm.
it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna
Mm.
watch it. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to that.
She doesn't
And
even watch the ones that I send her.
right,
I talk to her every day.
no, I swear, when I'm out during the day, I'm just like, I can't. It's
She'll
not this
call
time.
me up and be like, "What's all this about?"
I don't like reading stuff either. When
I'm
people
like,
send
"Didn't
me
you
stuff,
watch it?" She says, "No."
no, I don't want to watch it.
Lady of
And
Love will at least watch it. I know she
I
will.
will read a good comment, but if I start from the beginning and I start seeing it being a nasty comment, I'm not reading that comment. So you might as well just not waste your time writing a bad comment because Daisy's not going to read it. Probably not.
I'll be doing
So
research and send her some research stuff, and she's like, "What's this about?" She'll call me. She won't
I
even read
know.
it.
I'd rather somebody explain it to me than, and I don't watch people's videos. Even if
No,
it's
she
the
doesn't.
most worst thing that you could ever do, I don't
That's the
care.
truth.
Daisy knows she's a big woman. She's a big woman. I have no problem with people telling me that I'm a big woman.
Oh,
And
thank you.
other people get all tore up, but Daisy don't. Daisy goes out with her cows and enjoys her day while people are being all hateful, and getting content and building their channel on Daisy Cow. Oh, I do want to address one thing. Oh, I already addressed it a while ago. So, guys, I guess I'm going to let you go.
Good night,
We'll be back
everybody.
tomorrow. Go watch it, cow video if y'all want to. Give Daisy a thumbs up on it. If you want to see updates on Whiskey and Baby G and them, go watch it. I love y'all. Pray for Don and Candace. Pray for Summer. Pray for this whole. I love you, Kristen. Thanks for coming up and being with me. Thanks, Candace, Miss Kathy. Thank you for user content. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Love you, Don and Candace. Good night, everybody. Pray for Summer, Utah Wells, and justice for my niece, Amanda Brooke. Good night, everybody.